You know, it's funny how a lot can change in such a short period of time. The last time that Ring of Honor was in Pittsburgh, the Prophecy ruled. The Prophecy held all the titles. The Prophecy had all the power. And that night, Christopher Daniels and the Ring of Honor champion Xavier were the hunted. They were hunted by AJ Styles and Low Ki. And the carnage that night was legendary. Low Ki broke Xavier's ribs with a chair and a concrete post. AJ Styles put me through a table with the Styles Clash. We lost in such convincing fashion that they named that night Revenge on the Prophecy. Well, that night started a spiral for the Prophecy. And now, 3.5 months later, we find ourselves in a different role. Instead of being the hunted, now we are the hunters. And tonight begins the Prophecy's night of retribution.
You know, Chris, I don't mean to cut you off, but what's up with this company anyways? Last time I was here, we were the tag champs. Now I come back and we're not. You know, the thing is we're being punished for being successful wrestlers.
Exactly.
You know, sorry guys that I have a full-time job in Japan with no one, then I wrestle some of the best wrestlers in the world.
Exactly.
So, bottom line is tonight, they've got this pure four-way. You know, I only come here for the paycheck. But I'll show those other guys in the ring what the Prophecy's all about.
That's right. And tonight the Prophecy is all about the hunt. And the people we're hunting is now the group. The group has become the dominant force in Ring of Honor. And they're led now by the Ring of Honor champion, Samoa Joe. Well, let me lay it down to you, Samoa Joe. There's no elaborate mind games. There's no deep thought plan. The whole idea is this. I, Christopher Daniels, am coming for you and your Ring of Honor title. And Steve Corino, you better not get in my way. You see, I haven't forgotten. This all started because of you and your actions at the Final Battle 2002. But because you put your nose in my business, I then recruited your sister, Allison Danger. And now, not only is she going to help us defeat you in the ring, but she's also here to add a little fun to our lives. Because she's going to embarrass you publicly time and time again. In fact, Allison, why don't you give us a little sample of what you're talking about?
Well, I remember correctly. Back about the time you were 14, you had this girlfriend, right? And do you remember why she left you? That's right. Because you were still a chronic bedwetter.
That's Steve.
Yep.
That's Steve. I don't think things have changed much either.
No.
But, you know, she was a tramp, and apparently your taste in women haven't changed much either.
That's right. And you know, in these tough times for the Prophecy, we haven't gotten weaker. No, we've gotten stronger. What we've done is we've added to the ranks. We took a man, we saved him from the streets. We found an athlete who was ready to become a single star. So right now I want to welcome the newest member to the fold, the Prophecy's assassin, Danny Moff.
Thank you, Chris. You know, for way too long, as a matter of fact, from the very beginning, I followed this load of crap called the Code of Honor. And where did it get me, Chris? It got me straight to the mid-card.
Right in the center.
Nowhere. Exactly where you don't want to be. But now, with a fallen angel on my shoulder, through your eyes and guidance, I will make my name. I guarantee it. By the way, Chris, if you ever need a hit put on somebody, I need somebody taken out, you can count on me, because nobody does that better than me.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. But we'll talk about that later. Tonight, the focus is on the hunt. The focus is on our retribution. Tonight, the hunt begins. It starts with you, Amazing Red. Tonight, I defeat you, and I show the world that you won the tag titles on a fluke. Then, I move on to you, Paul London. I defeat you in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. And I take your spot in the top 5 rankings. Because tonight, the hunt begins. And tonight, the prophecy will have its retribution.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our opening contest for the special title control. And it is match number 1 of the Round Robin Challenge 2. Introducing to you first, weighing in at 155 pounds, hailing from Mifflin, New York. He is one half of the ROH Tag Team Champions, representing Mifflin. And his opponent, weighing in at 210 pounds, hailing from Sin City, he's a member of our prophecy. Ladies and gentlemen, Hot Power Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Great to be here. And we are in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, right outside of Pittsburgh, PA, and it's Round Robin Challenge 2. We have the opening match right here. It's Christopher Daniels against the Amazing Red. The Round Robin Challenge will consist of Christopher Daniels, Amazing Red, and Paul London. All 3 men will be wrestling each other on this evening. Of course, Chris Daniels, the leader of the prophecy, he will not shake hands.
And after what happened last year at Round Robin Challenge 1, I've been looking forward to these matches for a long time.
Round Robin Challenge 1, definitely a historic event. Chris Daniels, the only guy that was a part of both Round Robin Challenges, and of course Round Robin Challenge last year was the second ever ROH show, and it will be remembered for that American Dragon Bryan Danielson low-key Match of the Year candidate. And what a great match that was. I think the best in ROH history.
And what a great way to start out this show with Christopher Daniels versus the Amazing Red.
I know, can you believe this is the opening match?
And you know what? Another match that I'm really looking forward to in this Round Robin Challenge 2 is Paul London and the Amazing Red hooking it up. And there's a lot to do there with the ROH Tag Team titles in the ring as well.
Yep, and you want to talk about the ROH Tag Team titles. Last time Red and Daniels were in the ring, Amazing Red and AJ Styles won those Tag Team titles from Chris Daniels and Xavier at Expect the Unexpected, March 15th in Boston.
And as we saw in the promo a little bit earlier, Christopher Daniels, I think, is looking for a little retribution here tonight, Chris Lovey. And I think with the victory of the Amazing Red, he might gain just a little there.
Yes, he is. Of course, last time in Pittsburgh, the very first Pittsburgh show in this very same building, it was titled Revenge on a Prophecy because Daniels and Xavier pretty much got their asses kicked by Loki and AJ Styles, and what a 30-minute grueling match that was. But the Prophecy on the downside there, and ever since then it's been down for the Prophecy. And Daniels, he's on a 2-show losing streak, having just lost to Homicide and Doug Williams on the last 2 events, and that Doug Williams match was something else too. Definitely a sleeper match of the year candidate on March 22nd.
Yes, Chris Daniels definitely on the downswing here of late here in ROH, but let me tell you what, we saw the top 5 ranking system a little bit earlier here. The graphic was thrown up. I think all 3 of these matches in the Round Robin Challenge 2 are going to play an important in the rankings here coming up, Chris.
Of course it is when you're dealing with somebody like Paul London, who is ranked in those top 5 rankings. If London loses, he could very well lose that spot. The man who beats him. As there you see Red up. No, nice arm drag reversal by Red. Red goes into the ropes, comes out, catches Daniels in a satellite head scissors. Down goes Daniels. Red in again, drop toe hold by Red. Very nicely done by half of the ROH Tag Team Champions. As he kicks off Daniels with a drop kick. Very nicely done. And of course, AJ Styles and Red, they are looking awesome as the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. AJ out with a knee injury tonight. Red goes up. Huda Karana on the floor. Beautifully executed by Red, and this Pittsburgh crowd loves it.
Wow, what a great move there by Red. And it's great to see these fans behind the Amazing Red right here in Pittsburgh.
And Daniels, you know he wants to get that win back against Red, especially since it was Red that cost him those tag team titles, started the downfall of the Prophecy. The history between Daniels and Red goes all the way back to the legendary Road to the Title show on June 22nd of last year, and they've met many times. And this one, now this grudge match takes place here in the Round Robin, the first match of this one, and you got to win it or else you're down 0-1 and you got pretty much no hope of winning the Round Robin Challenge.
Yeah, you're exactly there, right there, Chris. Every match is so important here. All 3 matches are vital here in Round Robin Challenge 2. And Red almost had Daniels pinned.
Don't forget last year's round robin challenge, it ended in a tie. Chris Daniels with 1 win, Loki with 1 win, and Brian Danielson with 1 win. As there you see Red unleashing those punches on the face of Christopher Daniels, whipping him into the ropes, comes in, nice knee right to the mush of Daniels. Cover. Gary Moyer only with a 2 count.
A 2 count there by Red, and Red has been taking it here to Christopher Daniels. He's firing up on him. And what's Red going for here?
Oh, caught off with a clothesline, spins him around, devastating maneuver.
Wow, what a vicious lariat there by Daniels. And look at the fans, kind of appreciative of that great hard-hitting move right there.
Well, this is a great crowd we have here at the CCAC South Campus right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Very appreciative of the action. It was a great crowd last time we were here, and that's definitely one of the most underrated shows in Ring of Honor history, I believe, the January 11th Revenge on the Prophecy show.
What a great show that was, you're right.
Yep, going back to the action here, Daniels, inverted DDT.
Wow, great maneuver there. And I think Daniels, he should go for a cover there, because I think it'd be wise for any of these 2 participants in this match to keep this really short, because you remember they're wrestling 2 times tonight.
That's right, and Christopher Daniels, of course, last year at the Round Robin Challenge, he had that awesome opening match against Brian Danielson, and that kind of wore him down. He ended up losing.
Wait a second, what's this? Allison Danger interfering here on the Amazing Red.
And this is not what Ring of Honor is all about. Outside interference, she just broke the Code of Honor. The Prophecy have no respect for that. Of course, the Prophecy, they want to take the Code of Honor and bring it down, rebuild ROH in their own image. And Daniels, nice standing drop kick. Daniels was on his way to doing that until he had all the bad fortune that's hit the Prophecy this year. Another 2 count.
You got it, Kenny.
And AJ Styles, there you see Allison. She's looking pretty good tonight, I'll give her that. And there's Daniels whipping in Red. Red ducking the clothesline. Red trying to go under. Daniels catches him though. Up and over. Red lands on his feet, blocking the German suplex. Red takes out the legs of Daniels. La
Magistral. No, not enough. Red's got to follow up here.
And Daniels tried to block it, but unsuccessful. Red takes him over.
Count of 2. And what's Red going for here? Middle rope. Nice move by Red. Go for the cover. But no, not enough. He almost had him there, Chris. And he's got to follow up. He's going to the top rope.
What half of the ROH Tag Team Champions coming off the top? No, Daniels shoots him off, blocks the Huracan, and hits him with an Enziguri.
Wow, what a nice move there by Daniels.
Red, he hasn't been too used to singles action lately here in ROH as he's been defending those ROH tag titles. Of course, him and AJ had those 2 awesome matches against the Briscoe brothers. Cover. And you got to think if Chris Daniels is able to beat Red, that's definitely going to be a feather in his cap towards getting those ROH tag titles back, as he and the partner could be in for a title shot then.
You're exactly right. So much on the line here. And what is this? Wow, what a nice maneuver, twisting the neck of Red.
And did you notice how Chris Daniels got Red in this maneuver? Using that leverage in the back of Red's knee, and he still has that foot on the back of Red's knee, so he's damaging both the knee while twisting the neck of Red.
That's definitely to Christopher Daniels' advantage if he can injure the legs of Red there, because he's a high-flying wrestler and he would love to ground his high-flying Arsenal game.
And that's definitely going to be detrimental to Red if he has to face London later on tonight also with bad legs. And there's a sleeper hold by Daniels.
Trying to wear down Red here right in the middle of the ring. The referee, Gary Moyer, checking on Red. Red's got to get to the ropes here.
And I just want to know, will we see a winner of the Round Robin Challenge this year? I mean, do you have a prediction? I can't choose one of these guys.
I don't know. I mean, these guys are on a different level coming in. Daniels has been on such a losing streak. I mean, hopefully for his sake he can win, but look at Red coming in. The ROH Tag Team Champion, Paul London, he's been on fire, as we saw 2 weeks ago against American Dragon in Philadelphia. What a match that was at the Epic Encounter.
Definite match of the year candidate right there, April 12th, Epic Encounter, as Daniels still cinching in that sleeper hold. Look, he's covering the eyes of Red too. Blinding Red, it might not be that painful, but it's effective. It distracts you. For Red fighting up, using all his guts, all his heart. Elbows right to the gut of Daniels. Oh, look at Daniels grabbing the do-rag. That's the only thing that saved him. Oh, Red drops down into a chin breaker. Oh, nice kick by Red. Red now has to mount some offense. Red is a little woozy from that sleeper hold, but now he comes off. Oh, nice inverted DDT by Red, and Daniels is down.
Both men are down here. Red's still out a little bit from the sleeper hold. Daniels just got kicked in the head, so both these guys are in a lot of trouble here.
And just think, this is just the opening match tonight. This is a main event on any show, and it's just the first match of 2 matches for either of these men, as Paul London's got to be watching this in the back right now. And Red, Daniels getting up, Red coming in, the 7-1-8.
And Red's got to follow it up. That's his move. That's his setup move there. And what's Red going for? Springboard. Hurricane Rana. Go for the cover. But no, not enough.
And Daniels is in a lot of trouble here. Will the losing streak of Christopher Daniels continue? Red, 2 punches right to the gut of Daniels. Whips him in. Coming in. Nice step kick right there by Red. Daniels woozy, blocks it though. Oh, he gets caught with a spinning kick, and that's the same kind of kick that gave Xavier a concussion in Boston.
But no, not enough. Red's got to follow it up. He's got Daniels in a precarious position right here.
Red seems a little woozy from all the punishment he's taken though, but he's going into the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl. Oh, Daniels STO.
Wow, what a nice maneuver there by Daniels. A defensive move turned into an offensive move.
And that just rattles the bones of whoever he gives it to. Daniels telling Gary Moore to get out of the way. It's double jump moonsault time. Perfectly executed. No, Red kicks out.
Wow, I can't believe that. Where did he get the energy to kick out of that move, Chris?
Daniels has to be frustrated now. He has to be thinking it's time to set up for the last rights. The last rights puts everybody down for the 3 count. Daniels whips Red in, but Red moves. Red using that quickness to his advantage. Daniels though climbing up, but took a little too much time. Red catching him with a punch right to the jaw. Red on the top now tries for Huracarana. Daniels catches him. Oh, Red now gets the Huracarana. A second effort by Red.
No, he almost had him. What a nice maneuver there off the top rope. And Daniels looks like his back is hurt. Red's got to follow up. Nice kick to the midsection.
Red now coming in, going for that code Red. Yes!
That's it! No, he kicked out. Wow. What an impressive display here by the amazing Red, but still not enough. And look at the fans getting behind Red right here. Red's got to hit him with something here, Chris. Daniels is down. And Red scaling to the top rope.
Oh, look at Daniels. He just kicked Gary Moore into the ropes. Questionable tactic by Christopher Daniels. You're not supposed to involve the ref at all. And Moore can't.
Wait a second.
Last rights. Last rights.
And that's it. Christopher Daniels wins match number 1 here in a round robin challenge 2.
Christopher Daniels 1-0. Amazing Red 0-1. Paul London 0-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a tag team attraction. Introducing to you first, from Pittsburgh to or Die, and to or Die Brooklyn, ladies and gentlemen, a total combined weight of 550 pounds. The team of Monster Rack and Danny Rapp. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fruit Squad. And they are escorted to the ring by Allison Ginger. And their opponents at a total combined weight of 546 pounds. Here are Classic Fruit Cabana and 68 Steel, the Sid
And what a tag team match match we have here, the Hit Squad, Monster Mac or Steve the Brooklyn Bull Mac, teaming up for the very last time with Mafia or Dan Moff, the Prophecy's assassin, Dan Moff. There you see him, April 12th, epic encounter just 2 weeks ago, shocking turn of events. He joined the Prophecy. The Hit Squad were already signed for this tag team match, though, so they got to fulfill their contractual obligation and team up here. But this is the very last time you're going to see the Hit Squad. On the other hand, you see the other team, Colt Cabana, Ace Steel, the Second City Saints. This is the very first time you're seeing them as a team in Ring of Honor. Colt Cabana, of course, turning on Raven March 22nd, Night of the Champions, going off with CM Punk and Ace Steel, forming the Second City Saints, and this is a group that's going to be something to reckon with. But interesting note here, the Second City Saints are saying,
and what was that?
Colt Cabana is definitely a goofball. CM Punk definitely got into his head. As you see, there's Monster Mac and Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana cutting him off.
No, that's stiff right there, Cabana. Wow, what a forearm.
But anyways, you have the Second City Saints. They're saying we're not going to lose in our very first night as a tag team. The Hit Squad, what a history between Steve Mack and Danny Moff. I got to get these names straight. As they were the guys who opened up Ring of Honor. They were one of the first acts that Ring of Honor was built on. And this is the very last time they'll be teaming up. And they stated we're not going out losers. I mean, what a history these two have had in Ring of Honor. Those hardcore matches against the Carnage Crew. Those were just brutal. As there you see.
But what about the attitude of Danny Moff? Saying that, everything that he's done with the Hit Squad and following the Code of Honor, it didn't get him anywhere. I don't know about that.
He said it got him straight to the mid card. I gotta disagree with that. But there you see Monster Mac, Colt Cabana up and over. Monster Mac now whipping him in. Leapfrog attempt, no, catches him in a reverse atomic drop. Cabana winding up.
He's going for it, misses with the lariat.
Nice release over that belly-to-belly suplex by Mac.
And I think there's a lot on the line here, and I think Steve Mack, I think he has something to prove here. So I think he's the one who really wanted this match here. He still, I think, wants the Hit Squad to still go on, Chris.
Well, that's definitely not going to happen. Dan Moff turning his back on the Code of Honor, turning his back on Ring of Honor, joining up with Christopher Daniels in the Prophecy. He's going to be a singles competitor from this point forward. But again, this match was already signed, so they have to fulfill their contractual obligations. So it'll be interesting to see if Mack and Moff can get along one last time here in Ring of Honor.
And Ace Steel now in the ring, lowers a boot to the midsection of Mac, follows up with a forearm, grabs a headlock.
Well, just thinking of that history of the Hit Squad and Ring of Honor, and the fact it was the very first show they opened up, nice leg lariat by Moff.
And it looks like the Hit Squad are working pretty well right here, but...
remember when they destroyed the Christopher Street connection?
Yeah.
Remember Road to the Title, that brutal ass kicking they gave Donna Marcos?
Hey, they opened up Ring of Honor here. You can't forget that.
It's kind of sad seeing this tag team split up, but Dan Moff just throwing it all away, and Allison Danger in his corner right there. It's a Prophecy definitely in full force out here as he's unleashing that chop on crazy Ace Steel. And Ace Steel is definitely an odd guy. CM Punk has surrounded himself by a very odd cast of characters, but he's manipulating these guys. He's in their head, even though Ace Steel trained both Cabana and Punk, as you see a brutal chop exchange right there by Moff and Steel. Boot to the gut. Knee right to the face, and down goes Steel. Senton, no, misses.
Wow, miss. If he would have hit that would have been really painful there on Steel as he follows up with a forearm.
Oh, Steel just unloading with those vicious forearms, and now a chop.
And I'm kind of surprised to see Ace Steel back after the ass kicking he took by Raven last time in Night of Champions, the last time we saw him.
Well, that all played into why Colt Cabana's tagging with him now, but Dan Moff has him hooked. He brings him back, full Nelson suplex, right on the head and back of the neck. And Steel, if he was crazy before, that's going to make him even lootier, as right now Dan Moff, look at him, this is a different Dan Moff. Look at that look of intensity on his face. Look at the methodical pace. This isn't the Dan Moff we know. We are seeing a monster developing here in ROH right now.
You're right, it looks like the Hit Squad, looks like they're working together like the team that they've always been.
Well, they said they're not going out losers, not with all the history they have with each other in Ring of Honor and all over the independent circuit, as there you see him dropping Steel down. down. Ref Paul Turner with a 2 count.
And Chris, if you think about it here, this could be the first meeting between the Second City Saints and the Prophecy.
Well, those are definitely 2 groups to keep an eye on here in ROH. The Second City Saints just beginning to stake their claim here in Ring of Honor. But when you're dealing with talented guys like CM Punk, Colt Cabana, and Ace Steel, you're dealing with one heck of a group, and there's no telling how far they can go. As there you see Mac wrenching back, stretching Ace Steel.
You see where his knee is? It looks like it's in the back of Ace Steel's neck as well.
Looks like some words between Mac and Moff there.
Get on the same page. They need to be on the same page if they think they're going to defeat Steel and Cabana here. And Moff follows up. It looks like fingers to the eyes and a big forearm to the back of Ace Steel.
And you notice Dan Moff not shaking hands at the beginning. I mean, I guess that's what he's going to be doing now, as he is just unloading on Steel.
I don't know if I really like this. Yeah, I don't like this new attitude we're seeing here by Dan Moff. And wow, that's just going to piss him off, I think, Chris.
Yeah, I'll give Dan Moff all the credit in the world. This is a guy who's gotten in tremendous shape over the last year, improved his skills. Oh, what a slap.
Wow, back and forth slaps now with the chops.
Brutal slap exchange right there.
And now the forearms, Chris.
Dan Moff can take it and dish it out with the best of them, as can Ace Steel. These guys are not going to back down from hard-hitting action, as you just saw. And Moff now unloading those knees, and then that forearm right to the back of Ace Steel.
And what intensity we're seeing here. And he misses there with the big boot. And Steel with the forearm, chops. And he's set up. Is he going to go for that drop kick here in the corner, Chris?
Dan Moff in a bad spot right now. Ace Steel looking just awesome.
He's left wide open here. He can't defend himself. He's caught up in those ropes.
And he just tagged in Colt Cabana too. Oh, there's a drop kick.
Wow, nice move.
And Moff is helpless. Double knee by Colt Cabana.
And that's a lot of weight behind those knees, and a big drop kick again by Steel. What cohesiveness here by the Second City Saints, but no.
Dan Moff moving, and that saved him right there, and he needs to tag bad. Let's see if his partner will be there for him. The hand extended by Mac, and there's a tag.
And here comes Steve Mac. What's he go? A big forearm.
He's unloading on Colt Cabana, whipping Colt Cabana into the rope, scooped him up, swift power slam.
Nice power slam there by Monster Mac. He's got to follow up with something here.
He's taking him up. What's he got? Arch crush!
Wow, straight to hell on that one. Go for the cover.
And Ace Steel right there for the save, and that's right in the Second City Saints corner. You're not going to get a pinfall there, as Steel unloading those forearms to the jaw of Mac. Mac ducking though. Oh, nicely done.
Wow, I never seen that from him before. Is this the lariat?
Oh, takes his head off.
That's it. Ace Steel could be out here. And the fans behind the Head Squad here. It's a shame that this is their last match, Chris.
I still can't believe it.
And Mac followed up. What's he going for? Wow, takes Steel down.
And hold on, his DHS double team work at its best. They always hit this. The cannonball. Oh, Ace Steel moved. Maybe we're seeing the disintegration of the team right there. They always hit that cannonball. Swinging DDT by Steel on Moff.
Big tornado DDT by there, and that leaves Cabana in the ring now with Monster Mac. And wow, these two are two of the larger members of the ROH roster going to the top rope. What could this be? Is he going for a Russian leg sweep? No! Mac fights him off, Cabana down.
Oh, there's Ace Steel though. Ace Steel cutting off Mac. Paul Turner losing all control of this one.
And what's Steel going for?
Attempt. No, Mac holds on. Mac holds on. But hold on, there's Cabana. Form to the back, and Mac loses it. Oh no! Colt 45, he's got him hooked. Colt 45 on the big man.
And that's it. The Second City Saints are victorious.
And Hit Squad, thanks for the memories.
You got the prophecy! Screw it! No! Express, and we are the top tag team in Ring of Honor. And tonight in Pittsburgh, we're gonna rock tag team scramble action like a hurricane, baby.
All right, thanks, guys. That's a wrap.
No problem, cameraman. We'll do anything for you. High fives.
Yo, camera, yo. It's time for us to get our interviews and stuff.
All right, yo, so we're gonna do this interview real quick, all right?
I gotta roll, guys. We got other
What are you talking about?
Yo, we do the ring crew. We want our time.
Around here all the time.
Exactly. You know what it is? It's because we don't got a catchphrase, but we got one right now. Yo, I'm Diablo. This is Omar Tortuga, and we're the top tag team here in Ring of Honor. And we're gonna party like it's your birthday.
No. It's rock you like a hurricane.
Whatever, man. They get the point.
Yo, look it up. We've been here this whole time paying our dues. We went in Boston. We got sick and tired of it. We showed the SAT we got in their face, and they knocked us down. We got right back up.
Exactly.
Last show, we went right up to Loke and DeVito. They knocked us down. We got right back up again. From now on, we're done paying our dues. We're done with all the bull crap. We're going right back up. And all you in Ring of Honor, you better look out because now it's our time.
We're taking our opportunity.
Who are those guys, kid? SATs kicked their ass.
That's sort of Logan DeVito.
Let's rock this ring like a hurricane.
And their opponents have a total combined weight of 403 pounds. The team of Easy Money and Sterling
What a match we have here, Chris Lovey. ROH Scramble Tag Team Rules here as we have the SAT, as you see in the ring, with Easy Money and Sterling James Keenan.
A new team here.
That's right, we have Donna Marcos, the Ring Crew Express, and Special K. And did you see who's at ringside for this match? Special Timekeeper.
Is that guy from Tough Enough? The guy who peed himself?
I think that's him, Scott Chung.
What's he doing out here?
I don't know.
I mean, these guys in Ring of Honor, they don't come through the ranks by going on some TV show and living in some fancy house or something. I mean, these guys are really paying their dues.
And these matches are no laughing matter, and that's what he seemed to do a lot on Tough Enough, is a lot of laughing and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with Al Snow. Al Snow's a great guy, but I mean, that whole Tough Enough thing is just ridiculous. But anyways, going back, we have Easy Money in the ring right now with Dunn and Marcos, of course, the Ring Crew Express, looking for their first win here in ROH. As there you see, wow, Dunn looking good against Easy Money right there. Easy Money said, what? It looks like he's rocking and rolling right there. That's rocking Easy Money like a hurricane.
And Dunn, he has him there. Reversal there by Money.
Leapfrog. Oh, kips him up on the top rope. Beautifully done by Easy Money. Easy Money looking to form a tag team here with Sterling James Keenan. And maybe this team could go somewhere. Maybe they're very well suited for the scramble matches, especially with Easy Money's great offense. As you see Marcos in there, Money catches him. No, Marcos spins off, misses the enziguri. Money flips him up. Very nicely done by Easy Money. Very creative wrestler. Money now scoops him up in a fallaway slam position. Hooks him down. No, plants him. Now takes him up. Oh, nicely done. I don't even know what to call that one.
Wow, he just rocked Marcos like a hurricane. You're right, Chris.
Easy Money, very innovative. Marcos rolls out. The Hydro in of Special K, drop kicking Money out, of course, scramble rules. One fall to a finish. No tags necessary. Once somebody goes out, somebody else can come in. As Easy Hydro, nice tope on Easy Money. No pay through the ropes there. And we got our first look at Sterling James Keenan from the IWC promotion, one that Norm Connors runs in Pittsburgh, PA. Very good company right there as he just drop kicked Jose Maximo out of the ring, and then he just did a dive on Jose.
Wow, this is scramble action like I love right here. And that leaves Joel in the ring with Brian XL.
Joel Maximo up and under Brian XL. Special K. Brian XL now gets caught. Nice Mexican style arm drag right there on Joel Maximo. Joel, of course, the heavier of the two Maximo brothers. And there you get a whip in, a nice reversal by Joel. Once again, Brian XL goes in, moonsaults off the rope, but gets hit with an enziguri, and out goes XL.
And Joel, is he going to fly here? No, XL met him with a nice kick to the head.
And XL saved himself a lot of pain right there. I think he didn't get the kick quite the full way, but enough to block it.
And what's this? The fans rising to their feet. Are we going to have a stage dive here?
You can see the stage dive, but there, Dunn, a little bit of trouble there, but that's okay, that happens. As Marcos now calling for Dunn to get back up, but Dunn, I think, really hurt his knee coming down on the top rope like that, and now XL cutting off Marcos. And we have everybody on the floor right now. Of course, scramble action, when somebody goes out of the ring, somebody else can just come in. No tags necessary, but we need to get some guys in the ring right there.
And it's breaking down here in Pittsburgh, Chris.
And now Brian XL coming in. Oh, somersault tope ends up in the front row.
Wow, what a beautiful high-flying maneuver there by Brian XL.
Do they get to keep him like a souvenir, like at a baseball game if he gets a foul ball?
That'd be pretty nice. It's one way to get rid of Special K.
Brian XL now up.
And look, the fans threw him back. They didn't want him. What is this, like Chicago Cubs when they hit a home run? The visiting team, they didn't want him, but
I guess so, Ray. As we have XL now coming back into the ring with Joel.
They really do that in Wrigley. Okay, Brian XL, let's get back to the match here. Following up, nice kick to the back of Joel Maximo, and a nice simple boot. And now Hydro's in the ring.
And we have the Special K in there right now. Of course, they just live off their parents' money, living that partying lifestyle all the time. In fact, they're just looking forward to their rave later on tonight. But there you see Joel, nice reversal on both men. He's got XL up in a fireman's carry position, and up goes his brother Jose. Boot to the face of Hydro. Down goes Hydro. Jose off the back of Brian XL to a splash on Hydro.
What innovative tag team maneuvering here by the SAT.
The SAT are the most innovative tag team going today. Their offense is just so awesome. And look, XL's still up in that fireman's carry position, but Easy Money back in, the largest competitor in this match. And nice. XL flung off the shoulders into Una Corona on Money, and out goes Money.
What a great defensive move there by XL, but he's still met by a punch from Joel Maximo. And now he whips him into the corner. Nice forearm. What's he going to follow up here?
No, ducks the clothesline though. Up and over, but Jose catches him. Tombstone pile driver.
Wow, that was a great move there by the SAT. Go for the cover. But no, Dunn on the top rope.
And Dunn and Marcos, the Ring Crew Express back in. Nice dropkick from the top by Dunn. Marcos reversed in by, he catches Joel into a Huna Corona right in that turnbuckle pad. And of course, there's just a steel knob on the other side of that pad, and that hurts.
You're right, and what's Marcos calling for here? And did you see earlier the Ring Crew groupie at ringside there with Dunn and Marcos?
What's with that guy?
I have no idea. Seems like he's been following him around the territory here, Chris.
Seems that way. Spin kick by Brian XL, and that knocks Marcos down. He's helpless on the top rope. XL scooping him up, but what's Easy Money doing?
What's this? What's going on here, Chris?
Whoa, what a move. I don't even know how to describe that one.
And I think Easy Money might be surprised by that one as well, as the fans rise to their feet here. What great scramble action we have here.
As there you see that group that drove all the way from Philadelphia underneath that Ring of Honor banner. They're enjoying the action right here. Great to see guys making the drive from Philly to Pittsburgh to see Ring of Honor. That's a very high compliment to us, and we thank you for that. Oh, money clip by Easy Money.
And did you see him lariat him right in the jaw? Looks like XL is out.
Hold on, that's Angel Dust.
He's not in this match.
Angel Dust, Special K, no respect for anything, even the Code of Honor. And Ref Hansen has to think about ringing the bell right now, but
scramble action, I guess he's letting it go. And Sterling James Keenan has him locked in a full Nelson.
Wow, nice dragon suplex backwards, but you know what? It's never been said that XL and Hydro are definitely the legal members in this match. I guess
you might be right there, Chris.
Special K just switching off in the middle of the match. Well, whatever, it's a scramble match, it's all good. As there you see Hydro, though, with Sterling James Keenan. Plants him on his head.
Wow, what a move. Go for the cover, but no. Joel rolling them to the floor. That leaves Marcos in the ring now with Hydro. And a nice knee to the midsection. What's he going for here?
Trying to take him over. Very unique way to take him over, but no, not enough. And oh, nice variation of a swinging neck breaker there by Marcos. And Dunn and Marcos are just improving by the show. They really need that first win so bad, and I can't wait for them to get it. As now, oh, Marcos gets planted by one power bomb by Joel. Joel with another power bomb. Third power bomb. Fourth power bomb. Oh, show some mercy, please. Fifth power bomb. Oh, Marcos has had just about enough, I'm sure. Oh, dangerous! Short power bomb right there.
And the Ring Crew Express in a lot of trouble. And what about what we saw earlier with the other members of the Ring Crew Express, the Outcast Killers? I think they're a little bit jealous that Dunn and Marcos are getting the matches here. Wow, nice move there by Dunn. A gory bomb drops him down on his head.
That's right, the Outcast Killers, Diablo and Oman, they're just looking for their opportunity, but that's another story for another time. As now Jose, brainbuster on Dunn, and he holds on, rolls through.
Is he going for another one?
A second brainbuster in the Ring Crew. I don't know how they're going to take down the ring after taking this beating. First 6 power bombs by Joel, now 3 brainbusters by Jose on the Dunn.
And he's out, I think. Go for the cover. What more can you give him?
Well, easy money, and he would have broken up that cover. Super kick by Money. Of course, that's one thing about these scramble matches. You got to make sure no one's there to make the save. And there's Angel Dust in again. I guess he is legal. I'm just really confused with the whole Special K thing. They're equally confused, but that's because of all the stuff that they're on right now. Do you see him? I thought they were doing E in the locker room, but that's
it's possible. But here, Easy Money blocking it.
Hold on, he's got both cha-ching on both Special K members, and that's going to be it for Special K. Oh, and there's Dunn with the save.
What strength there by Easy Money to pick both those guys up simultaneously at the same time.
And Easy Money looking great in the scramble action. This seems like the right environment for him. As there's Dunn with the forearm. Another blow to the head right there. Dunn looking good against Easy Money. No, but Easy Money cuts him off.
And now Dunn up top in a precarious position on the top rope. Easy Money scaling, following up.
And there's no telling what Easy Money's going to pull out next. And it's a dive to the floor, and he just took out everybody.
And wait a second.
There's the SAT. They're taking advantage of Dunn in this situation. You know what's coming up, Ray.
It could be the Spanish Fly. Yes, it is. Go for the cover. And that's it. The SAT win this scramble match here in Pittsburgh.
What a victory for the SAT, the scramble match. That's their environment, that's their home. They're the ones who helped innovate the scramble match, and the SAT come out victorious. Big victory in this one. And look at Slugger on the outside. He looks a little bit upset. Slugger, of course, the personal private security of Special K.
When doesn't he look upset, Chris?
I just can't believe that Special K is spending their parents' money on security. And hold on, Slugger coming in now.
What's he doing in the ring?
He has Joel measured. There you see the code of honor pulled by Joel Money, but look at Slugger with a kick right on Joel Maximo.
And Slugger going to the floor. And who the hell is that?
Hold on, we saw this guy in Philadelphia. He went face to face with Slugger on 2 occasions. We still don't know the identity of this man. As there you see Slugger and Jose fighting on the other side of the ring. That's not going to be enough to put Slugger down. Jose caught and down goes Jose.
He's a one-man wrecking crew, that Slugger outside. And wait a second.
And this is a huge individual.
And he's in the ring of Hydro. Now Slugger coming in.
This guy's bigger than Slugger.
These guys are going eye to eye.
Once again, this is the 3rd time we've seen them eye to eye. What's Angel Dust doing behind this man? Hydro trying to back Slugger off a little bit.
Does Angel Dust even know what he's doing?
This is a setup by Special K. Hold on, Hydro gets caught. Oh, powerbomb chokeslam, beautifully done. Down goes Hydro. But I don't think this big man knows Angel Dust is still behind him. And look at Slugger, he's trying to reason with him, but he knows that's because Angel Dust is right there. This big man doesn't have a clue what's going on. Now Slugger telling him to turn around, there's Angel Dust. Oh, kick right to the gut.
And Slugger's got him.
Oh, he plants that huge guy with the powerbomb. Did you see him lay that guy out with a powerbomb?
And that's it.
Come on, Pittsburgh! crowd.
Kind of looks like Raven. He's sitting there in the corner like Raven.
He's dressed like Raven.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
That's what I want to know.
He's in the face of CM Punk, making the Raven sign right there.
We saw Trinity do this 2 weeks ago, and who's that?
Hold on, I recognize her. That's Daphne from WCW. What's she doing here? And she just DDT'd this guy.
What the now, huh?
Chris, what's going on?
And well, don't forget, it was Trinity jumping CM Punk a couple of shows ago on behalf of Raven. Of course, CM...
Maybe we'll find out.
First shot in a war that will be settled in the coming months. Come up here, sweet pea.
CM Punk on the mic now. He's in that war with Raven.
This piece of garbage was sent by somebody you people claim to be your hero. Raven, I got a message for you, Raven.
You see, I expected that little hobgoblin Trinity to run out here and interfere in my business, so I'm one step in front of you, like always.
Let me introduce you to the newest Second City Saint. I give you Lucy.
The newest Second City Saint, Lucy. Obviously, CM Punk.
There is nothing you can do, Raven.
There is nothing in the entire arena to do in Pittsburgh because
My name is CM Punk, and I am drug free. I am alcohol free. Not only am I better than you, Raven, but I'm better than each and every single one of you sitting here today.
This guy is just so arrogant.
Wow, it's great to see his attitude change. And here we come. Here comes the notorious 187 with J-Train, Julius Smokes. And what a match we're going to have here.
Number one contenders trophy is on the line. Homicide earning his way into this match by defeating Christopher Daniels at Epic Encounter last show. CM Punk, what a winning streak he had going. Of course, he went to that no contest with BJ Whitworth.
My blood, my flesh, my flesh.
There you see Julius Smoke, straight name J-Train. There you see that handshake by Homicide and CM Punk. As I was saying, CM Punk, very impressive with wins over Colt Cabana before he joined the Second City Saints with him. Michael Shane, C.W. Anderson, that bloodbath against Raven in Boston, that expect the unexpected. And Homicide going for the quick win with the STF. And of course, he went to that no contest with BJ Whitmer at Epic Encounter after that German suplex through the floor.
When I grab this rope, are you retarded?
And what a shocker, Lucy here now in Ring of Honor. Of course, we saw her in WCW. She was known as Daphne then, and unannounced, unsurprised. CM Punk, obviously knowing Raven's going to be pulling more shenanigans, expecting to get jumped like Trinity tried to jump the Second City Saints on April 12th, and I guess he was ready for it. I mean, CM Punk, this guy's a master of mind games, one step ahead of things right here.
He's definitely a thinking man's wrestler. He's thinking of anything that he's counteracting anything that could be thrown against him by Raven. And these guys locking it up here in the ring. A lot on the line here, Chris. The number one contenders trophy is on the line.
Yep, we'll get to that in a second, but I just want to say one more thing. That Raven CM Punk feud is definitely becoming the feud of the year very quickly. Those matches that they've had against each other have been great, but there's been so much heat between them. There you see Lucy. I like those goth chicks, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, how you doing?
But there you see CM Punk. He leads that straight edge lifestyle, drug and alcohol free. Of course, Raven, he's got that lifestyle of drugs and debauchery. You just have to watch a shoot interviews from our video for proof of that. Check those out at rvideo.com or by calling 215-891-9404. As you see, a nice exchange by CM Punk and Homicide. But that war between CM Punk and Raven and ROH Original Feud, their very first match was in Ring of Honor. It started in Ring of Honor, and now it's just going to take shape and explode over the course of the summer, I feel.
You're right there, Chris. Things are just coming to a boiling point here in ROH.
Homicide, he's in the middle of that feud with Steve Corino and the group. Of course, ROH World Champion Samoa Joe, a member of the group. And the winner of this line, or excuse me, the winner of this one, they got it all on the line because they'll be taking on the winner of the Samoa Joe Doug Williams ROH title match later on tonight on May 31st. As you see CM Punk cinching in that arm right there. And all on the line right here. The winner of this one gets that trophy. They get that title shot on May 31st.
And Punk follows up again, keeps a hold of the arm. And Homicide's in a little bit of trouble here.
Yep, and of course, in order to make the most money, in order to be the top man in Ring of Honor, you got to hold that Ring of Honor title belt. And the only way to do that is get that #1 Contenders trophy that's on the line here. And you better believe the winner of this one's going to be keeping a close eye on that Samoa Joe Doug Williams match later on tonight.
Nice chop there by Homicide as he has Punk. It's a follow through with a big forearm.
Nice T-bone suplex. And Homicide, he's got it all on the line in this one, as he says he needs to win that title. Cover. Gary Moore with the 2 count. He says he needs to win that title to make the most money here in ROH. He's come from that shady gangster lifestyle. He needs to win that title for his kid so he can give his kid a better life, and his kid doesn't have to lead that lifestyle.
And there we see the Devil's son-in-law in the corner as Homicide with a big knee right to the head of CM Punk. Can you do that, Chris?
No, but I tell you what, that's going to be very annoying if you just got a knee to the head. Julius Smokes, of course, he came in our Ring of Honor with those riots, watching Homicide's back, and he has since evolved into becoming Homicide's corner person, giving him moral support, giving him guidance at ringside, and that could be the extra thing that Homicide needs to reach the next level and get that ROH title. Shining Wizard by Punk, and Homicide smartly rolls out. He might be knocked out, but Punk falling up quickly with a beautiful tope.
What a combination of moves there by CM Punk, and Homicide is in a lot of trouble as he's on the floor. Punk's got to get him in the ring.
And right now, CM Punk, he has to forget about that war with Raven. Homicide, he's got to forget about that feud with the group. Both men have to be focused on beating each other here. #1 Contenders trophy on the line. Winner will face the ROH champion on May 31st. They'll have the opportunity to be the top man. And in order to be and when you're the top man of Ring of Honor, you can claim to be one of the best in the world. As now you see Homicide in, tilt-a-whirl by Punk into a backbreaker. Nicely done. And Punk now taking Homicide. CM Punk original move right there.
Wow, nice move by Punk. He's got to go for the cover, and Lucy loving it on the outside.
I tell you, I like those goth girls.
Yeah, me too. Count of 2, not enough there.
As CM Punk trying for the cover, you see this Pittsburgh area audience definitely appreciating the action. CM Punk, a little questionable tactic there, choking out Homicide, and Gary Moore distracted. Hold on, what's the Second City Saints have integrity? They're not about breaking a code of honor. Lucy just interfering. It's her first night here. Maybe she doesn't quite know the deal.
Yeah, Punk should fill her in on the rules here. There is a code.
CM Punk, he's a guy that upholds that code of honor. I mean, say what you will about his cocky, straight-edge, arrogant lifestyle, as you see an upside-down face washer, but CM Punk is a man of integrity. Oh, boot right to the face. And that's one of the things that makes CM Punk so arrogant, so annoying, is that he does have that integrity, and he does uphold it, and he backs up everything he says.
You're right there, Chris.
As you saw him making the X right there, symbolizing that straight-edge lifestyle, drug and alcohol-free. CM Punk thinks if you're sitting there right now drinking a beer, smoking a bowl, enjoying this videotape or DVD, he looks down on you for that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Say what you want about CM Punk, though. He definitely has a lot of integrity. Goes for the cover, but no, not enough.
And did you see CM Punk grinding that forearm right in the face of Homicide? It's those little things that differs the great wrestlers from the guys who are trying to be pro wrestlers. Little stuff like that, and that's the kind of stuff you'll see all the athletes in Ring of Honor execute. Punk springboards in, misses a senton. Oh, Homicide back up to his feet, clubs him down.
And Julius Smokes on the outside.
Brutal kicks by the notorious 187 Homicide. He's kicking CM Punk for his son. The crowd loves it. He wants that title shot. And now he's taking CM Punk. Oh, look at that. Grinding on those back of the knees right there. Now Punk, he's in a bad position. Homicide perhaps trying to surfboard right now. Taking him back. Not quite the full way, but that's still stretching at the joints, the elbows, the shoulders, the back of CM Punk, all in pain from that maneuver. As there you see Homicide dropping an elbow. Homicide perhaps going for that surfboard again. That hurts the knees, that hurts the elbows, that hurts the shoulders, that stretches the back, that stretches the torso. That's like a torture device right there. Well, Doug Williams is a torture device, but right there wrenching back, and CM Punk is in a world of pain right now.
He doesn't have him hooked all the way, but still, look at Punk's face. He's in excruciating pain. And Homicide holding on to the hair here. What leverage? Look at that. People are not supposed to bend like that, Chris.
You know what? We can do all the commentary we want and say how much it hurts, but I mean, just look at that picture right there. As now you see an STF right there by CM Punk, and Homicide's in a world of pain right now. As that hurts the knee, that stretches the entire body. Homicide reaching for the ropes, trying to make it.
He's got to get to the ropes.
He's close. He's close. That oxygen getting cut off too as CM Punk right in the mouth and nose, but there he is reaching the rope. Gary Moore demanding a break.
Great back and forth submissions here we have in ROH. What a match this is shaping up to be, Chris. And now following up with the STF again, but no, Homicide reverses it. He rolls through. He has him. What's he going for?
This is how he beat Daniels. Oh no, he rolls through though, and he's got Punk in a submission, stretching him once again. And look at the muscle in Punk's shoulder being stretched, and that neck being stretched.
Wow, what a painful maneuver there. And CM Punk's in a lot of trouble. Homicide's got to follow up. What's he going for?
He's got him hooked, perhaps a Northern Lights. No, Punk fighting out of it with everything that he's got. No, there's another reversal. Punk now with the Northern Lights.
Not enough there. 2 count there by referee Gary Moyer. Both these guys taking a lot out on each other. Both men are down. Who's got more fight in them, Chris?
And do you think there's a chance maybe another one of Raven's disciples, another one of his lackeys could hit the ring here? I mean, who was that guy before?
I have no idea who that was.
Well, Punk sent to the floor. That's something that we keep an eye on, something that definitely more of this match. It would be a shame if it happened. Tope con hilo by Homicide.
Wow, nice maneuver there.
Homicide can wrestle strong style. He can fly. He can stretch you. He can go hold to hold. He can brawl and bleed as he did in that I Quit Bunkhouse Riot last show with Dusty Rhodes. He can do it all, and nobody does a tope con hilo better than Homicide. Very effective move as CM Punk is down.
And both these guys on the outside. No countouts here. It's referee's discretion. There's no 10 count here.
I mentioned I like goth girls.
I think you did.
As there you see CM Punk whipped into the guardrails right there. Let's see what Homicide can follow up with. No, Punk trying to stop with a boot, but he gets that leg slammed into the steel guardrail.
Ouch.
Oh, there's the other boot though. CM Punk always one step ahead mentally. Belly to belly on the floor. What impact.
Wow, that'll take everything out of you on that one.
That'll rattle your rib cage, hurt your back, and knock the breath right out of you.
And Julius Smokes on the outside. Can't believe what he's seeing here. What action here in ROH.
I can't believe the evolution of Julius Smokes from a street thug, now bringing that street lifestyle into Ring of Honor, something we haven't seen before. And he's bringing it into Homicide's corner. Homicide, of course, he's kept that street gang lifestyle that he's had separate from that wrestling lifestyle, his wrestling life, and now we're seeing them kind of combine right here.
You're right, but Chris, this could be the element, the outside element brought in. That could put Homicide over the top here in ROH.
Homicide so close.
You're right, this is something that could be definitely for his advantage here, if done right. And Homicide's still in a lot of pain on the outside. And J-Trade, Julius Smokes firing up Homicide.
And that might be the thing that Homicide needs to get the adrenaline going. He needs to win this match to get to that title. He's been cheated of that title shot in the past. Can he finally get it? And CM Punk now methodical, planning out his next move. Oh, low blow by Homicide. Homicide's got him hooked. German suplex.
He drove his head right in the canvas right there. And Homicide's firing back.
And maybe it was that influence of Julius Smokes on the inside that gave Homicide that energy. Cover. Kick out by CM Punk.
Not enough, but Punk in a lot of trouble. These guys have taken a lot of punishment here in this ring. And now Homicide firing up with a fist. And now he's putting Punk to the top rope. What could this be?
Homicide maybe going airborne again, going for another aerial maneuver. Let's see. No. Yes, he hits that Hurricane off the top. CM Punk in trouble.
But no, a 2 count there by Gary Moyer. How's Punk kicking out of these maneuvers here?
And Julius Smokes calling for a forearm. Kevin, words of encouragement for Homicide. Julius Smokes, Homicide, they run together in the same gang, and now we're seeing it here in ROH. But Homicide whipping. Oh, hold on. Punk catches Homicide.
And wait a second, he's in a precarious move here.
Hold on, he's looking for that Pepsi plunge. No one kicks out of this. It's all over.
Pepsi Bloods off the top rope. I don't think anybody's ever done that.
This crowd is stunned. CM Punk is stunned, but you know why he kicked out of that? Because nothing is going to deny Homicide that title shot. Nothing is going to deny Homicide that ROH title. He's got to win it for his kid and mop him. As there you see a backbreaker by Punk. Homicide catches him, ace crusher. Homicide will not be denied. He's got him. He's got the adrenaline flowing. He's got the second win right now. He's got his third win, his fourth win. It's all in one. Lariat. Down goes Punk, cover.
No, not enough. Homicide so close to being victorious here.
Homicide definitely has the adrenaline going. He said, I can't get a regular job. There's only one way for me to give my kids a better lifestyle, and that's winning the ROH title. And he's not going to be denied again like he was at Final Battle 2002. Punk catching him, though. Punk, no. Oh, this will be it. That's going to be it for Homicide. CM Punk going on May 31st for the title shot. Another kick out by Homicide.
Where's Homicide getting this, Chris?
This is the only kind of thing that a parent can relate to when you have to do it for your kid. And that's what Homicide's doing right now. Nothing's going to deny him. He scoops up. Oh! Drops him on his head.
Not enough. What action we're seeing here?
Punk foot in the ropes, but Punk is in a lot of trouble here. But Punk, you know it's his dream to get that ROH title. He's not going to go down so easily.
You know what he's set up for here? It could be the cop killer. If he hits it, it's all over.
The move banned in Japan. The move we can't even call the cop killer anymore because Homicide's probation officer saw these tapes and said not to call it that anymore. And there it is. No! Punk gets out of the cop killer. Whatever, the Kudo driver, I guess we have to call it now. And Punk trying to leg scissors type maneuver, not quite getting it. Now he's gone behind Homicide, takes Homicide up. Homicide lands on his feet though. He's not going to be denied. Going for the Shining Wizard, but Punk scoops him up in a fireman's carry position. Down belly driver.
Wow, what back and forth maneuvering here. This could be it.
He was woozy. Oh, Homicide in the ropes. Maybe it was those couple of seconds that Punk was hurting where he couldn't make the cover. That just cost him the match right there. As what's it going to take to defeat Homicide? Perhaps another Pepsi plunge. But you got to figure, as much as Homicide wants this win, as much as he needs this win, he has to be running out of gas. And you hear the Pittsburgh crowd getting behind this action, appreciating that these men are putting it all on the line. And enziguri by Punk didn't quite hit it all the way, though, as Punk is definitely tired. He's definitely hurting in this one. Punk going for another type maneuver. No, back and forth, back and forth. Down goes Punk, though. Homicide, look, he's got that knee in between the legs there. I've seen him do this before. This is that STF, that new version he uses. He's got a hook. He's got a hook. Punk in the middle of the ring. Punk nowhere to go in the middle of the ring, and he taps.
He taps, that's it. Homicide is victorious.
Homicide going on to May 31st. He will take on either Doug Williams or Samoa Joe for the ROH title. And after tonight's performance, I think we're looking at your next Ring of Honor champion, Homicide.
Samoa Joe, I'm the next Ring of Honor champion. What you gonna do with that, motherfucker? I'm making history. Hell yeah! Samoa Joe, watch your back! You a damn man, Samoa Joe! Biggest more than 2 bucks a quarter if you was!
matchup. The Carnage Crew, Loke DeVito, who is on the mic, and Masada taking on the Texas Wrestling Academy students, Don Juan in the singlet, Fast Eddie, the legally blind guy, and the big man, Hot Stuff Hernandez, with Rudy Boy Gonzalez in their corner, the head trainer.
And here we go.
No DQ action. We got a section of the old guardrail in there with that chain link.
Oh, what a vicious move there, and a nice drop kick by Fast Eddie and Don Juan with that fence.
And DeVito hubcap shots right to the big head of Hot Stuff Hernandez. Of course, it was the first anniversary show. Luke DeVito and Masada took on these same three. It was a regular match, and for no reason, Luke DeVito and Masada just started using the hubcaps. Beat the crap out of all of them, including Rudy Boy Gonzalez. Gonzalez needing stitches after that one. And now the gang's back from Texas. They're looking for revenge. And we have a no disqualification match on our hands.
And this match is breaking down already. And after we saw a couple months ago in Queens, this match is going to be tremendous, Chris.
A lot of intensity in this one. All these men with something to prove. Hot Stuff Hernandez tried to get revenge March 22nd, night of the champions. That's half of the Christopher Street connection. Didn't quite get it, but he's looking forward right here tonight.
Don Juan with the chair right to the head of Masada.
Oh, Masada is down. Don Juan just brutal with that. We're seeing a new side of the Texas Wrestling Academy crew. They might be young, they might be upcomers in the business, but don't mess with them. And you know the saying, don't mess with Texas.
You're right there, Chris, and he has him on the top rope. What's this?
Oh, drops it down in a DDT type move onto the chair, and that chair is broken. One impact.
Damn, that's gotta hurt.
And Rep Hansen can't believe it himself.
And Masada in a lot of trouble here. Don Juan kicks him.
We have action all around the ringside area.
And he's busted open, Chris. The blood is flowing here in Pittsburgh already. And wait a second, what do we have here? Fast Eddie. Look at this.
Somersault Van Terminator.
Wow, what impact. Did you see the boot to the chair to the face?
And there's Rudy Boy for good measure, and Masada deserved it after what happened to Rudy Boy at the anniversary show.
You gotta love it.
And look at the back of Luke's head.
Man, look at that. He's bleeding everywhere.
Luke, I think he's missing a chunk out of the back of his head. And Luke now with Fast Eddie. Oh, face first into the chair. Swinging neck breaker on the chair. Rude angle right there. Ouch.
And this match is breaking down.
Oh, and Luke just viciously throwing that chair. Luke is pissed. The Carnage Crew, of course, they have that aggression from their everyday life, their crappy jobs, their neck.
Oh, did you see the chair just got broken in half?
These guys are just brutalizing each other, and you're seeing the Carnage Crew take out that aggression from their everyday life in this one. And DeVito in there with Hot Stuff. Those chops, that's like chopping a brick wall.
And DeVito's busted open as well. Too much action to call here, Chris.
And DeVito trying to give short arm clotheslines to that brick wall, now trying to suplex the brick wall, but it ain't happening. As there you see Hot Stuff now picking up DeVito. He easily scoops him up. DeVito's in a lot of trouble. Oh, planted.
Wow, what maneuvering there by Hot Stuff Hernandez. What power. And it's breaking down. Luke just threw Fast Eddie's head right into that fence.
Oh, look at Luke's head.
Damn, look at that. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
The blood is everywhere.
And I'll tell you what, when ROH has a no DQ match on the marquee, it's going to break down.
You better believe it. It might not get ultra violent, it might not see million light tubes, but it's just going to be brutal, it's going to be hard hitting, it's going to be intense, and it's going to be bloody. When a blood feud happens in Ring of Honor, you know you're going to see just that blood.
Oh my God, he's going to have to get stitched up. And look at the power in the ring here. Fast Eddie with the chair, and what a throw by Hot Stuff Hernandez.
Do you smell that, Ray?
Smell what?
I can actually smell the blood at ringside. There is so much blood on the floor right now, so much crimson flowing from the skulls of these men. Saito suplexed by Luke, that I can actually smell the blood.
If you say so, I'm a little clogged up, but look at this. I can't believe what we're seeing here. This is ROH action like you don't see all the time, but you gotta love it.
Of course, the code of honor, that gives you those matches of sportsmanship. Sometimes all comes down to a blood feud. It's not about winning and losing, it's about...
I love this shit!
Yeah, so do we. And look at that. Fast Eddie just looked like he got mugged there.
Yep, it's not about, leg drop by DeVito, putting it all on the line. Like I said, it's not about winning or losing in a match like this. It's all about getting revenge. It's about beating up your opponent. It's about making them bleed. It's about causing them pain. And that's why the code of honor is waived for these blood feuds. And that's what we're seeing right here as Hot Stuff with a chair, and I'd hate to be Tony DeVito right now. Oh, ouch. That's going to feel like on a Friday night afternoon when your boss walks in and tells you got overtime over the weekend.
You're right.
As there you see DeVito, and he knows that feeling a lot. It's Loke. Oh, he just frustrated, throws a chair at Hot Stuff. This one's getting out of hand right now.
And the Carnage crew is taking a lot of punishment, but I think they'd rather still be here than with their wives.
You know the Carnage crew are loving this. They love a great fight, and that's what they're getting right here. And what's Fast Eddie doing on the floor as Don Juan getting caught on the top, getting crotched. Masada saving himself from a high-impact move right there. Fast Eddie, steel chair right to the back of Tony DeVito.
And those chairs hurt.
And look at Fast Eddie, he's a bloody mess too. It's incredible this guy's legally blind. Top rope Death Valley driver by Masato.
Great maneuver, go for the cover.
I don't think they care about going for the cover in this one. It's all about inflicting pain.
Oh, what a shot that is. The blood is flowing here. And Don Juan in a lot of trouble in the ring.
Masato's going back up. This maybe could finish him off. As you see Hot Stuff right now. Hot Stuff Fernandez. He went toe-to-toe with Samoa Joe. And now he's beating the crap out of the Carnage crew. But there's DeVito from behind. Boy, the Carnage crew, say what you will about them, about their miserable lives, but those are two tough individuals. It takes a lot to put them down.
You're right there. Now Fast Eddie has Masada.
Set him up for.
I have no idea. This looks really dangerous here, Chris. And the fans rising to their feet.
No. Huna Karana to the floor. These men will do anything for revenge.
And the fans are calling it correctly. My goodness.
What do you think Scott from Tough Enough is thinking of this one?
I have no idea. I bet you didn't see this in that dojo.
I'm sure he didn't see this living in that fancy house on MTV right there. But hold on, what's Fast Eddie telling Hot Stuff to do something? Hot Stuff taking up his teammate.
What's this?
He's got him hooked in a powerbomb. Fast Eddie powerbombed with velocity, with force, right on a Logan DeVito.
And look at the bloody mess on the floor. I don't think I've ever quite seen a match like this in ROH.
This is one of the bloodiest matches I've ever seen in my life. Loke losing tons of blood out the back of his head. Fast Eddie busted open. DeVito bleeding. Masato a crimson mask. Everyone busted open, and what's Hot Stuff doing? We've seen him fly before. Chair by DeVito on the way down.
Stuff, bitch.
What impact we're seeing there.
And I think Hot Stuff has to be out after that.
And Chris Lovey, violence is taken to a new level here in ROH.
And just look at the floor. Did you see all the blood on the floor?
I'm glad I'm not part of the cleanup crew on this one. And Loke in the ring now. Both these guys losing a tremendous amount of blood here. Fast Eddie with the Larry, but no. Loke and DeVito, tag team maneuvering at its best right there.
Carnage crew original right there. And what can you say about Luke? He's losing quarts of blood out of the back of his head, and he's still pulling off moves like that. This is a tough guy. You know what's coming off that spike pile driver off the second. Look at Luke wiping that blood on his face. That's just sick.
That's disgusting. And I think we're going to see something pretty disgusting as well right here. They're set up for that pile driver, Chris.
Hot Stuff is out. Don Juan is out. Fast Eddie is helpless. This is a double spike pile driver. Masato going up. Brutal!
And thankfully that's it. The Carnage crew are victorious in this no DQ massacre.
I'm telling you, I can smell the blood. Well, looks like Scott wasn't exactly tough enough there for the Carnage crew.
Man, welcome to ROH. Boy,
If he pissed himself before, I'm sure he pissed himself right there and crapped himself after that beating the Carnage crew gave him. Carnage crew paying their dues for years in the wrestling business, and they just made Scott pay some dues right there. Nothing comes easy for him.
and what intensity that match. And I think Loke's going to the hospital. He's going to need some stitches after that one.
I don't think we've seen the last of the Carnage crew war against the Texas Wrestling Academy led by Rudy Boy Gonzalez. But right now, we got the second match of the Round Robin Challenge in the ring. Paul London wearing an AJ Styles shirt to the ring, in there against Amazing Red, half of the ROH Tag Team Champions. And Red at a big disadvantage as he's already down one match to Christopher Daniels. London fresh, his first match of the night.
And I think Paul London, to himself, he might have something to prove here. I think he might be a little jealous that Amazing Red is one half of the ROH Tag Team Champions and not him.
It was the unexpected March 15th in Boston. Of course, AJ went up to London at the end of the anniversary show on February the 8th, said, hey, let's form a tag team and get those tag titles away from the Prophecy. London said, sounds like a great idea to me. London and AJ were set to start teaming on March 15th. Expect the unexpected in Boston. London, the night before, had emergency sinus cavity surgery, causing him to miss the March 15th and March 22nd show. AJ had to go ahead and choose a partner. He picked the Amazing Red, and they went on that very first night to win the tag titles.
That's right, and Paul London,
I don't like he's left out.
Yeah, you might be right there. But I don't understand why he's coming out here mocking AJ Styles. What was AJ supposed to do? I mean, come on. Paul London, it was unfortunate he wasn't there, but AJ had to pick a partner. What a partner he picked in the Amazing Red.
Yep, AJ forced to pick a partner. Red going into Boston that night thinking he was just going to take on Slim J, walking out after the ROH Tag Team Champions, only the second Tag Team Champions in Ring of Honor history. And what a tag team AJ and Red have been. You think they've been teaming for 20 years with some of those double team moves they've been pulling off. And the two matches against the Briscoes on March 22nd and April 12th, those have to be two of the best tag title matches in Ring of Honor history.
You're exactly right. I'd like to even see those guys hook it up one more time, Chris.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. But now London's something to prove to Red, as you see Red taking out the leg of London. And this isn't the first match between the two. They met in that Gauntlet series at All-Star Extravaganza. Of course, that show many feel is the best ROH show to date. And they had a heck of a match there. But London was already 3 matches in at this point. Now both men are kind of fresh. Of course, Red, he wrestled Daniels before, so he's at a disadvantage.
That's right, and London throws over Red, but Red follows up with a nice fist. Goes for a springboard, but no, London ducks. Let's go, and another duck of the clothesline, and again.
Red off of the moonsault. London catches him. This is why these are two of the most exciting grapplers going today. Spins him around, but Red catches him in a DDT, and down goes London.
Wow, nice maneuvering there.
And of course, last time we saw London just 2 weeks ago, he's coming off that absolutely match of the year candidate. Incredible match against Bryan Danielson. Some call it the best match in ROH history. Oh, high knee there by London. Let's see if London can follow up that momentum. Of course, Paul London, he's ranked number 5 in the top 5 rankings right now. If he can win this round robin challenge, he's definitely going to move up to probably number 2, and he'll be right in line to get a number 1 contenders trophy shot, which in turn means he's right in line to get an ROH title shot.
That'd be great for him. What a role Paul London's been on. What a match we saw 2 weeks ago. What a year for Paul London already. And wow, nice kick from a hip toss. And a nice leg lariat. And Red's down in a beautiful drop kick like none other.
That would be called the drop salt.
And a count of 2, London not enough. But you're right, Chris. Red is in a disadvantage here. Already wrestling Christopher Daniels early on tonight. So it's a fresh London against a disadvantaged Red as Red just got dropped. And London, not enough there.
And of course, London, he went 42 minutes with American Dragon on April 12th. And don't forget, he wrestled that match of the year 3-way at the anniversary show against Loki and AJ Styles. Then went right on to wrestle Xavier. I believe he was in the ring for around 40 minutes there too. So this guy has stamina, this guy has endurance. And I gotta say, he might be one of the best fit guys here in ROH. Definitely in shape for this round robin challenge. And nice spin kick by Red, and down goes London.
And London grabbing the back of his head. He's in a lot of pain, and Red follows up with a big forearm and another kick to the back of the head.
And London rolling out because he has to. He is definitely in trouble right here. And Red, what a feather in his cap. If he can beat the man who is number 5 in the top 5 rankings right now, it's so prestigious just to be in those rankings. And Red trying to go airborne. No, London moves. London tried to catch Red, but Red hits him with a kick. Now London blocking that Asaya moonsault attempt. Red catches him again. Red now off. London catches him one more time and into the guardrail.
Wow, big drop right there.
Hot shot right into the guardrail by London. I think London's eye is a little swollen up right there, perhaps from one of those kicks.
And a big super kick to Red right there. London, a little trickle of blood right there.
I'm bleeding.
That's right, Paul, you are. This is ROH, it happens.
London definitely is a little cocky. He's definitely acting like he's got something to prove against Red. Definitely that whole tag team title situation got to him, but like we said, what was AJ supposed to do?
You're exactly right there. And London follows through.
Springboards in with a senton.
And London definitely has the weight advantage right here. A painful maneuver to Red. Goes for the cover, but still not enough.
And London definitely, you got to think of him as a wrestler of the year with the matches he's had so far. Of course, the last time in Pittsburgh, that incredible four-way that he won. That Queens show. The Epic Encounter show. Unbelievable year for Paul London. And the icing on the cake would be winning the round-robin challenge here.
Wow, what a painful maneuver there. Like a double underhook German suplex. Stretching Red out. But London's got to be careful. His shoulder's almost down, and now he follows through with the submission. Beautifully executed.
And don't forget, Paul London landed that job in 0-1 in Japan this year, too. What a year. And just winning that round-robin challenge, that's going to mean so much to him. And, of course, it's going to have huge ramifications on the top 5 rankings.
You're exactly right.
Top 5 rankings, when you deal with an ROH talent roster like we have, where it's quality talent from top to bottom, just to be mentioned among the top 5 of that roster is prestigious in itself. Never mind the whole fact that gets you the #1 Contenders Trophy and the ROH title.
And Red over the top almost had London pinned. That's what I'm talking about, but London fires a nice boot right to the face of the Amazing Red. And a big kick to the midsection.
Red firing back, though. This Red, he's got a lot of heart. It takes a lot to put him down. That's what made him half of the ROH Tag Team Champions. And London, though, unloading on Red. And Red is definitely in trouble in this one.
There's a lot of fight in the Amazing Red. Probably pound for pound the toughest guy in professional wrestling, bar none. And London has him up, making him think about it, but no, Red reverses it into a small package. But no, not enough.
Thought that might have been it. Paul Turner only with a 2 count. London coming off. And, of course, Amazing Red, he's a man that's earned a job in Japan this year, too, wrestling for All Japan Pro Wrestling. So you're seeing kind of an interpromotional match from Japan here, which is
All Japan against 0-1.
A very unique situation here, but more importantly, what you're seeing is 2 of the most exciting grapplers in Ring of Honor right now, 2 of the best athletes in Ring of Honor, and they're going toe for toe in the round robin challenge too. As Red now unloading on Paul London, whipping London into the ropes. No, London reverses out of it. Red catches him again, tries for a suplex, German suplex.
Wow, nice maneuver there by Red, and London, a lot taken out on him on that maneuver as he looks groggy, Chris, as he's rolling into the ropes.
And right now, I got to go with Paul London, even though he's at the disadvantage. This is a man with excellent conditioning. We talked about him going 40 minutes a couple of times in the past already this year. Red already 1 match in, already feeling the bruises, the soreness of 1 match. London, the freshman, catches him in a Northern Lights. Beautifully done. Red kicks out, but London holds on. Takes him up another Northern Lights. And once again, London rolls through. Red on his feet. Red might be out on his feet right now.
I don't think I've ever seen a combination quite like that, Chris.
Red, enough presence to duck the clothesline. Red blocks London right there, but London scoops him up. Oh, plants him down.
Wow, what a nice maneuver there. And wait a second, he's mocking his partner, Red's partner, AJ Styles. Is that necessary? Damn, he should have gone for the cover. He might have had him. What's this with Paul London? This is something new we've seen from him.
I don't know. I mean, AJ told him, go find yourself a partner. Red and I will defend the titles against you anytime. And London is searching for that partner to do that. But if London can pin Amazing Red right here and pin half of the tag team champions, that's definitely going to be a big step towards earning those ROH tag team titles.
You're right. A lot on the line in the top 5, but I think also in the tag team standings as well. And is he going for, what's this, a code red?
Cold Red from the top row. London's going to be out.
Wow, he kicks out.
Both men putting it all on the line in this one, and I cannot believe Paul London just kicked out of a code red. And you got to think, if this was Red's first match of the night and London's second, that would have been it. But that's a factor of taking a beating in the previous match and coming in fresh right there as Red unloading those right hands. But London sends him up and over. Red avoids the leg sweep. Red star press. Red star press. Can he follow up with a cover? No, not enough. Red bouncing off Paul London. He landed with such force, and that couple of extra seconds might have saved Paul London right there. But Paul London definitely in trouble, definitely hurting. Red perhaps thinking of going for another high-impact move. He's got London set up, springboards in. Oh no, gets played in a powerbomb. And hold on, what's this? Styles clash? Styles clash by London. He stole AJ's move.
And that's it. Paul London wins.
Paul London just defeated AJ Styles' partner with AJ Styles' own move, the Styles Clash. Paul London was definitely sending a message to AJ in this one. And now the standings are Paul London 1-0, Christopher Daniels 1-0, Amazing Red 0-2. London and Daniels will meet in the second half, and it looks like we're going to have a winner of the Round Robin Challenge. The first ever winner of a Round Robin Challenge is going to happen right here tonight in Pittsburgh.
This is Gary Michael Capetta. It's intermission time at another great Ring of Honor show right outside of Pittsburgh, and I've got with me one of the finest pure wrestlers in the world today, Matt Stryker. You've got a match tonight that's got to be one of the most important matches in your entire career. You've got three other fine pure wrestlers in the ring with you. You've got BJ Whitmer, you've got Chad Collier, and Donovan Morgan. Tell us, how do you get ready? How do you prepare yourself for a match like this?
Well, first off, I just want to say that it's an honor to be in the ring with guys like that. Mm-hmm. But getting prepared for a match like that, I mean, I've got 5 years of preparation so far in my wrestling career. But two of the most important things that I think you got to look at in a match like this is physical conditioning. To be able to hang with guys like Chad Collier, BJ Whitmer, and Donovan Morgan, you got to be in the best physical possible shape, absolutely possible.
Absolutely.
And the most important thing, I think, would have to be your mental conditioning. Mm-hmm. You have got to be on top of your game. I got to be as sharp as a tack out there if I even got a shot at just staying in the match, let alone winning the match.
Right.
So if you don't mind, Gary Michael Capetta, I'm going to head this way. Okay. I'm going to get myself ready, go over my strategy one more time.
Sounds good.
So that way when I walk through that curtain, the only thing that I visualize is me winning.
Okay,
Well, Matt Stryker running his sloppy mouth again. Well, you know what, Stryker? I got all the respect in the world for you, but I'm here to win. And tonight, I'm going to make you tap for the third time in a row to my Texas Cloverleaf. What do you and that nasty-looking caterpillar on your forehead got to say about that, huh?
You know, Chad, you can say whatever you want. That's fine, but the goal tonight is winning. You know what? I've been real proud of the matches that you and I have had here in Ring of Honor. Hell, I've been proud of all the matches we've had all over the world. You know what? You've taught me a lot. But one thing you didn't teach me, Chad, was to go back and learn from my mistakes. And I've been doing a lot of learning the last couple weeks. And tonight, pal, you're the one who's going to be tapping.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be intense. And right after intermission, we're going to be seeing this match and a lot more. But let me see if I can get one more scoop. Excuse me, Matt. Wait a minute. Here's Michael Shea. Michael.
Hey, buddy, come here. I got a couple things I got to say. You know what? Since I don't have a match tonight, I decided I better get some camera time. Shut up. I got a couple things to say.
Okay.
You're going to be out there ring announcing all night. I'm not going to be. So, listen up. Chris Daniels, I can't blame you for not wanting to get the snot super kicked out of you for the second time in a row. But, you know what? That leaves me with a dilemma. What am I going to do? tonight. I'm not booked in a match. But you know what? We are part of the group. And we do whatever we want, when we want. So, I think we're going to go have a little fun tonight. Hey, do you know which match is next?
Wait a minute.
Shut up. Let's go have some fun.
But the next match is a women's match. How can that... Ladies and gentlemen, right after intermission, we're going to see what he's talking about. Anything can happen in Ring of Honor. We're coming right back to a lot more great Ring of Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall is a special women's match. Introducing first, making her way to the ring. And her opponent, weighs in at 125
And Chris Lovey, we're back from intermission here, and we have a ladies match in the ring.
We got the ultra hot Alexis Lurie against the smoking Persephone. Persephone, the blonde, and the baby blue. Alexis Lurie in the black. And you know what? Both these women might be beautiful, they might be hot, but they're also excellent athletes and great wrestlers. Persephone coming out of the Carolinas, getting her shot here in ROH. And Alexis Lurie, she's one of the best in the business right now. She is just a great, great women's wrestler. As there you see the back elbows to the gut of Persephone and a kick by Alexis.
And what an intermission we had, Chris Lovey. Did you see what happened in the back with Capetta, Stryker, Collier, and then Michael Shane?
What was Michael Shane and Luscious? They said they were heading to the ring or something? I don't know. I mean, Alexis Lurie's had her problems with Luscious in the past, but I don't know.
I don't know what that's about, but I'm sure we'll find out. Alexis Lurie goes for a cover there, but no, not enough. Back and forth, Alexis Lurie. And now Persephone goes for a cover.
Nice back and forth action here from the women.
Gotta love it, Chris.
These girls can go. No doubt about that. You're dealing with two great athletes in the ring right there. Hey, you know the only thing I like better than goth girls?
Alexis Lurie?
That nice flat little tummy on Alexis Lurie. Well, there you got Persephone, though.
Call the match, please.
We got a back and forth exchange of fists right there.
And these girls, they look good, but they can fight and wrestle as well, as they're showing us right here in Pittsburgh. Back and forth. Nice boot to the flat midsection of Alexis Lurie. Ducks the clothesline. And again, hooks the arm. And Persephone smartly, wisely holds onto the rope there.
Hey, spell Persephone for me right now, Ray.
I'll have to look at the graphic on this tape later because you caught me off.
Sephone.
And followed through with a nice neck breaker across the rope, and Alexis Lurie is down. Why do you put me on the line like that? On the spot, that's not right.
I just want to prove to the world that you can't spell, that's all.
That's right.
Oh, you can edit, I'll give you that much.
That's not me.
Look at those hair whips right there by Persephone. That's gotta hurt. Tearing at the roots of the hair right there of Alexis.
Makes me glad I have short hair there, Chris, because that's definitely a painful maneuver. And Persephone, I might not be able to spell her name, but I can call it. And she's wearing down Alexis Lurie here. Alexis Lurie's got to fight out of this.
Persephone, very impressive from the early going right here of this match. And pulling the hair once again. And well, if Alexis has all that nice, long, beautiful hair, you might as well pull on it.
Call the match, damn it.
As there you see Persephone picking up Alexis' flat tummy and all, choking her out on the ropes. And I gotta like this shot.
That's great. Call the match, please. And now what's she following up with?
Oh!
That's gotta hurt.
That's sending Alexis' throat right into that steel cable, the second rope right there. And of course, you know, that's the steel cable wrapped and taped right there. And that's gotta hurt. As Persephone, very, very impressive. Swinging neck breaker, nicely executed. And Alexis Lurie's in trouble.
We could have an upset here. But no, not enough. I'm impressed by this newcomer, Persephone. She's showing me a lot.
I'm impressed by that flat tummy of Alexis Lurie.
Call the match, please. Jeez. Have some decorum.
I can't help it. That girl is smoking hot. But you know what? I don't want to degrade them at all because you're dealing with great wrestlers right here.
Great athletes.
And Alexis missing the cross body block right there. These two put on one heck of a match right now.
You're right. This is one of the best women's match I've seen in a long time here in ROH. And what's Persephone following up with? Driving that knee into the back Is she raking the eyes?
Very effective maneuver, tearing at the eyes of Alexis while driving that knee right into the lower back. Alexis is one flexible girl, but I don't know if she's that flexible.
Hanson, check her nails. That could be a real dangerous maneuver. And what's she going for? Another neck breaker. Wow.
And Alexis Lurie has to start mounting a comeback, or that's going to be it for her. Persephone just proven to be too much right now. Good fundamentals by Persephone, even hooking the leg right there.
That's right.
This isn't just a TNA show. This is definitely great women's wrestling, and I'm proud to have this in Ring of Honor.
You're right, and Persephone now has Alexis Lurie. Whips her in a rope, but no, Alexis firing back, and now with a big lariat.
Alexis Lurie mounting that comeback. Of course, Alexis Lurie, she's in the corner of AJ Styles and Amazing Red normally to watch their backs when they're defending those tag titles. But right now, she's got her hands full with Persephone. Alexis up on the top. She's going airborne. Beautiful drop kick. Down goes Persephone.
Could this be it, Chris? Look at the leg, but still not enough. This girl, Persephone, she's got a lot of heart, a lot of fire. And now she's going to the rope, but no, a reversal. I think Alexis Lurie might have underestimated her opponent here tonight.
And there's some kicks right into that nice small flat tummy of Alexis, and a whip into the other corner, clothesline. Alexis hurting in the corner. Persephone unloading more of that offense on her. And there's another one.
And a big lariat. And if you'd stop commenting about the girls a little bit and call the match, you're going to find out that Alexis Lurie, what's she going for? Is this her finish?
This is it. That in front of DDT. She nails it. Hooks the leg.
And Alexis Lurie is victorious.
What a match we just saw. Alexis Lurie, very impressive. And I want to see more of the women here in ROH. We could have a hot women's division on our hands.
Obviously, by the way you've been commentating.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Alexis Lurie.
Hold on.
Wait a second.
It's simply Luscious Ronnie Stevens and Michael Shane. Death belly driver on Lurie. Lurie and Persephone upholding the code of honor, shaking hands, only to get jumped by Michael Shane and Ronnie Stevens of the group. Ronnie Stevens is Steve Carino's girlfriend, and they're both members of the group.
Oh!
A spinning DVD on Persephone.
The hell are they doing in the ring? And did you see Michael Shane? Did he just kick her? That's uncalled for, damn it.
Unbelievable. Michael Shane, he's not even really scheduled to be here tonight. The group, of course, they do what they want. They refuse to be booked. They refuse to be told what to do. The group consisted of C.W. Anderson, Michael Shane, Samoa Joe, Steve Carino, Ronnie Stevens.
And we see Carino do this before sitting in the ring.
We saw Joe do this on April 12th.
Don't give this guy a mic.
What is he doing sitting in the ring? The group, Steve Carino did this at the Final Battle 2002.
Capetta's out here now, thankfully.
Hopefully Capetta can get some answers, but you know what? I'm sick of the group doing this. I'm sick of them sitting in and sitting in a chair in the ring and booking their own stuff. I'm not even going to give Michael Shane a chance to talk here. We got the Second City Saints in the back. I say we cut to that. The group doesn't deserve airtime if they're going to be interrupting matches like this. Let's go to the back in the Second City Saints.
War. You know, and ever since an early age, I can remember being discriminated against because of the style of my dress or the color of my hair, or especially because I didn't go out every Friday and Saturday night and get drunk like everybody else. You see, at an early age, I learned to use these as my weapons because my life is a war. Sooner than later, I found out I have a greater weapon than my hands. It's my mind. See, man is brought onto this earth unarmed. To obtain food, animals use force, but man has no great strength of muscle. He has no fangs. He has no claws. He has to fight for everything he has. And everything I'm about comes from that one reasoning mind that at that early age taught me to live by the X, which, Raven, is a symbol against your poisoned society. You see, my life is a war, and these are my soldiers. Ace Steel, the most prolific and profound, underrated independent wrestler in the scene today. He'd take a bullet for me. Colt Cabana, what he lacks in brains, he makes up for in size and stamina. Possibly one of the biggest big men in Ring of Honor today.
Why are you ripping on my brains?
Dude, shut up, I'm on a roll.
But I'm...
And Raven, these are my soldiers. Your soldiers? You send Trinity to do a man's job? Well, I'm one step ahead of you. You throw a stone, I throw a brick. Raven, I give you Lucy. And Trinity, you little hobgoblin, the next time you want to step in my face, you're going to find out exactly what it's like to be a loser.
You lose.
See, Raven, I know you've been in a lot of wars, but I want to give you a little foreshadowing. Ask Homicide, win, lose, or draw, who the toughest man in Ring of Honor is. Ask him who has the most integrity and the most respect and determination. Better yet, ask BJ Whitmer, who couldn't even finish a match with yours truly. Yeah, you've been in a lot of knockdown, drag-out fights, Raven, but my life is a war, and it's a war you are not going to survive.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, hey, real quick, before we go, Lucy, listen, tonight, fought Homicide. Listen, you're a saint now. You need to act like one. No interference. There is a code here in Ring of Honor, and it is a code I believe in.
We're angels.
Okay, we are angels, so it's time you start. It's time you start acting like one. Yes.
Right.
We don't need the interference. It's all about respect here. Okay.
There's a couple other things. If you're a saint now, you don't eat yellow snow.
Yeah.
That's very important. And if you buy the bull, you don't get the butcher for free.
But see, what I don't get about this, why would I have my head up a butcher's ass?
What?
Wait, don't.
Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Other rules.
I still don't get that.
10 minutes of slow jams in the car when you drive with me.
No, dude. I told you.
Black label, baby.
Guys, we have an agenda.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we have an agenda here?
Guys, black label might be okay, but it's no grease. Oh, grease lightning.
We have that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let's go home. Let me tell you about the Saints. You're gonna have a great time. It's just one big party.
Up top.
I'm a big.
Come on, baby.
I'm a big fan.
Go.
You got some meat to do.
Oh,
Crack the meat part.
Yeah, my life's
this
a
way,
war.
boys.
And Chris Lovey, we're back.
And Michael Shane has just put himself into this match. This four-way has now become a five-way with Michael Shane, the group booking their own stuff again. Michael Shane putting himself in this match. And more, I mean, this just leads to such an interesting situation because we have the Prophecy with Donovan Morgan in there, and now the group of Michael Shane, this feud that's been escalating in Ring of Honor. Michael Shane firing the first shot in the feud when he super kicked Christopher Daniels at Night of Champions, and of course that was a match where Xavier of the Prophecy lost the ROH title to Samoa Joe of the group, and now Michael Shane putting himself in this match, and he's faced with Donovan Morgan of the Prophecy right there, but don't forget we got Matt Stryker, BJ Whitmer, and Chad Collier all in this match, and well, that Second City Saints promo was something else, and trust me people, you didn't miss anything with that Michael Shane promo. He was just rambling on.
Just rambling on and interjecting himself and putting himself into this match. And look at this. We are the group and the Prophecy squaring off right here at Pittsburgh.
It's about to break down the group and the Prophecy face to face. Oh, and look at Michael Shane tagging out to BJ Whitmer. Those are those mind games that the group and the Prophecy have been playing with each other.
Oh, what, he hurt himself stretching or something? Give me a break, Michael Shane.
Michael Shane definitely playing mind games with Donovan Morgan.
Who the hell does he think he is?
I don't know, but you see BJ Whitmer coming in to square off with Donovan Morgan now. BJ Whitmer plagued by a little bad luck recently in ROH. Of course, he suffered that concussion last show when CM Punk sent him through the table with a German suplex on the floor. That was something else, and the match just ended right there. So both men unable to continue after that brutal fall to the floor through the table. But now BJ Whitmer, he's back on track, and he's looking to get himself in those top 5 rankings. And what a way to do that, to win this match. As you see Donovan Morgan and Whitmer hooking up, both men with experience in Pro Wrestling Noah.
That's right. Pro Wrestling Noah, great company here in Japan. And let me tell you what, there's a lot of interesting matchups you can have here if you're a fan of Japanese wrestling, because Donovan Morgan is a member of Pro Wrestling Noah, as well as B.J. Whitmer doing some tours there, but also Chad Collier. He's a part of Michinoku Pro Wrestling, a promotion that you might know that features the great Sasuke, who wrestled at ECW. Plus also Matt Stryker, even though he hasn't had Japanese, any tours to Japan, he's definitely, I can see him going to Japan soon as well.
Oh, without a doubt, Matt Stryker, he's in that pure wrestling rivalry with Chad Collier that we've seen in Ring of Honor. Uh-oh, as you see Whitmer taking Morgan not over, but Morgan holding on to that front base lock.
And let's talk about Michael Shane as well. He wrestles for 0-1 and All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yep, he does. As there you see Whitmer backing Morgan into the corner. Let's see if Shane's going to take the tag now. We have the Prophecy and the group in the same corner, but Shane elbowed off the corner by Morgan. Whitmer now whipping Morgan in. Back elbow. Whitmer now falling up. Oh, beautiful. Wow, what a hard kick. And look at the body of Morgan jiggle on the impact.
And now Michael Shane tags in. What a weasel.
Blind tag by Shane. He saw that Morgan was down, tried to take advantage of the opportunity, but Morgan up with an arm drag, and then, a hip toss, and then a drop kick. And right now the Prophecy is dominating the group, and look at Luscious holding on to Shane. And Shane tagging right out to Stryker.
Is it necessary for her to be out there?
Not at all. But those are the tactics of the group. The group has to be stopped here in ROH. Things between the group and the Prophecy have to come to a head soon.
And now Stryker's in the ring of Morgan. This could be an interesting matchup here. Two pure wrestling technicians, I'll tell you, Chris.
Yeah, Matt Stryker, very impressive so far in ROH. Still looking for that breakout match, and more importantly, still looking for that first victory.
Did Donovan just spit at Michael Shane? What was that?
Definitely an issue between Donovan Morgan and Michael Shane right there.
This guy's got some attitude coming in here just talking about he's here for the paycheck and that's it. What's that all about?
I don't know, but he's going right after Michael Shane. It's obvious he's here for more than a paycheck as he's taking it to Michael Shane on the floor, just pummeling him. Oh, and look at Simply Luscious.
Wait a second, he has her. What's he going for?
That could be his finish. No, there's Matt Stryker. You cannot forget about an athlete like Matt Stryker. Matt Stryker might still be looking for his first win here in ROH. He might be disfigured with that unibrow, but this guy is as good as they come, and he proved that in those matches against Chad Collier, even though he did tap to Chad Collier twice. But that match of Revenge on the Prophecy and the other one, Expect the Unexpected, just great matches. As now we have Collier and Stryker in the ring, the pure wrestling rivalry of the year, right there in the ROH ring as Collier cinches in that headlock on Matt Stryker.
That's right, and you saw the confrontation that they had in the locker room. There's a lot of heat between these guys, definitely a lot of competitive heat. You love to see that here in ROH.
That's what it's all about. It's all about competitive sportsmanship rivalries.
Did you see the quickness there?
And Matt Stryker countered some quickness of his own, getting out of that, and that's why this is pure wrestling at its best right here. Chad Collier in the black, Matt Stryker in the green, nose to nose.
That's the kind of action I love to see right here in ROH. This is pure wrestling at its best. This is what puts ROH above the competition.
And I think that Chad Collier, he's taking a lot of pride. He's really enjoying himself. The fact that he's made Stryker tap twice to that Texas Cloverleaf, and Stryker unable to get a victory on Collier.
This is definitely a place for Chad Collier to show his skills right here in ROH, in the ring with fine competitors like Michael Shane, like Matt Stryker, like Donovan Morgan. What a great match, and B.J. Whitmer.
And don't forget one important thing about this match, it is one fall. None of that elimination stuff, none of that, I'll let so-and-so get pinned, because I'll just get the next fall. Once the first fall is, whether it's pin, submission, knockout, count out, whatever it takes, although there's no count outs, disqualification, this match is over. So one fall, so it's all on the line.
That's right to the point, straight to the finish, no ha-ha. This is what makes ROH the best wrestling in the United States, possibly even the world. What a roster we have here, and what a show this is delivering here tonight. Round Robin Challenge 2 is definitely shaping up to be a tremendous event.
It just shows you no matter where ROH goes, it's going to be a must-see event as B.J. Whitmer unleashing with brutal forearms and chops to Chad Collier. Collier, as pure wrestler as they come, look at that air of Chad Collier. Tell me he can't take pain.
Wow, what a nice drop kick there. And Chad Collier in the ring. He's been trained by some of the best, including Dean Malenko.
Yep, no doubt, and he takes that style of Dean Malenko very well. Now you see Donovan Morgan in there with B.J. Whitmer. A nice European uppercut right there to Whitmer. Whitmer as tough as they come. This guy is a hard-nosed wrestler. And now you see, oh, nice snap suplex.
Nice maneuver there, holds on, follows up with a second, and possibly a third here, but no, hooks the leg, fisherman suplex. But no, not enough. up.
There you see the former half of the ROH Tag Team Champions, Donovan Morgan, with a nice series of moves on BJ Whitmer. And of course, this match is definitely going to have ramifications on the top 5 rankings. As these men, a victory here, they could be one victory away from cracking that top 5.
You're exactly right, Chris.
Yep, that's why this one's so important, as AAC Striker unloading those kicks right to Donovan Morgan.
And you know, I don't like to say poor Donovan Morgan because I quite don't like his attitude here in ROH, but this is a man who is an ROH Tag Champion, and he lost his championship, and he wasn't even here. Xavier lost the belt for him. What's going through his mind?
Donovan Morgan, well, that's one of the reasons the prophecy claims that Ring of Honor is just full of hypocrisy, is stuff like that, and that's why the prophecy, they want to bring down the Code of Honor and rebuild ROH in their own image. And Donovan Morgan definitely upset that he lost those tag titles, but hey, he was in Japan, they needed to be defended, and it was the prophecy themselves that said, hey, any member of the prophecy can defend the tag titles. It looks like Ring of Honor caught the prophecy in their own loophole right there.
You're exactly right. A bunch of hypocrites they are sometimes, as Collier goes for a pin. Collier's never pinned Striker here in ROH. He's made him tapped a few times. You would think maybe Collier might start working on some body part there, possibly going for a submission or a tap victory.
Chad Collier is a man that likes to make his opponent submit. He's a man that likes to see him tap. He takes a lot of pride in that, and that Texas clearly does. And there's Michael Shane with a cheap shot. Michael Shane with a blind tag in, and then a cheap shot. So Michael Shane is legal in this match. And, you know, it might be a cheap shot, but that's smart wrestling. Michael Shane is very good with those mind games. Very smart wrestler, as he's unloading right now on Chad Collier.
Fist and fire right there, and Collier is taking some punishment there.
Of course, Michael Shane, he was on the very first ROH show, climbed the rankings here in ROH. He had that legendary street fight ladder match with Paul London, that unscripted. He's one of the top players in ROH, and he is now a member of the group, and he's now just choking out Chad Collier in the corner. But Michael Shane, it's been a little while since he had a big victory, and he needs one here, without a doubt, as you see him. Did he spit on Donovan Morgan?
Yeah, Donovan spit on him earlier. Michael Shane just fired back. That's just insulting. And now he has Collier in the ring, but no, Collier follows through. Not enough there. And I'll tell you what, Chris, I am so excited about this pure wrestling division here in ROH. It's really taking shape. Look at the action we have right here.
Series of pinfall attempts by Collier, not enough to get Shane. Oh, and Shane chop blocked the leg right there.
Effective there, kind of vicious, but very effective there.
Right to the back of the knee on Collier, as now he's stomping away at that back of the knee.
And Chad Collier, he's taking some punishment. This is the kind of punishment that he usually dishes out, as he's usually the guy working on the leg, working on the arm. But now it seems like Michael Shane is dishing out some of the same punishment to Chad Collier.
And when you're dealing with guys, submission experts like you have in this ring, the last thing you can afford is to have a body part injured, something like the leg. Especially you got Striker, who uses that Striker lock in particular, and that's something you got to watch out for. And Chad Collier's in a bad situation right now. And look at, he won't tag in the prophecy, member. Can you just feel the heat between the group and the prophecy right now?
It's about to boil over, Chris. It's about to erupt. I can't wait for the summer, for the end of the spring here. Things are really shaping up here in ROH. And here's BJ Whitmer. I wanted to say this about him earlier. He could be one of the hardest hitting members on this ROH roster. Do you see the forearms, the kicks, the chops? This guy is devastating. He's just about, I think he's going to break out soon, definitely.
He definitely has breakout potential as he's working on that Lager Collier. Now you might ask yourself, why did Michael Shane just tag out? Well, he knows that Collier's not about to be defeated, so he figures I'll tag out, let somebody else expend their energy working on the leg, and then when I see a better opportunity, I'll tag back in because I'll be well rested. That's why a guy will tag out in a match like this. As right now he's just letting Whitmer work on the leg. But real quick, Ray, it's Code of Honor time. We've been talking about it. It's by time that we tell you what it is. It's made up of 5 laws of honor as Collier fighting back on Whitmer right now. Hold on, that's interrupting us, and Collier desperate for the tag, but Whitmer holding on.
Whitmer holds on, cuts off the ring, and tags in Striker.
Striker, Collier's pro wrestling rival in there right now, but the Code of Honor is made up of 5 laws. Oh, drives the leg down. It's made up of 5 laws of honor. These are like the 10 commandments.
Except there's only 5, but go ahead.
There's only 5 of them, but these are like the commandments that you follow. This is what gives you this great athletic action, Ring of Honor, clear winners and losers. And the Code of Honor is, with the 5 laws of honors, so you can't get disqualified. If you get disqualified, oh, hold on, look at that submission on the leg. Will Collier tap?
Wow, that'd be nice. Striker would love to get a tap on his rival.
You see what I was talking about before. Michael Shane letting everybody else work on the leg. Now he sees an opportunity.
And wait a second, what simply luscious Ronnie Stevens do?
I think that's just mind games right there with Stryker. They had that little exchange on the floor before. Back to the code of honor real quick. Don't get yourself disqualified. We want clear winners and losers. Pinfalls or submissions here. You must shake hands before and after the match. No outside interference or you can't have people interfere on your behalf.
I don't like what we just saw there, but the referee didn't see it. But go ahead.
That was more mind games though than really devastating outside interference. Hold on, there's Collier with the roll up. Nope, not enough. Leave the ref out of things. No harming an official or causing harm to an official. And of course, no sneak attacks. There's your code of honor right there. That's what gives you these matches of sportsmanship, respect. As right now we see Michael Shane, and this is a match of sportsmanship and respect right now, except for all the little mind games we have going on.
And look at the hamstrings of Collier. Collier's taking a lot of punishment here as he tags in. Wow, Whitmer's back in, and they're really working on that left quad.
Yes, they are, and you notice Michael Shane still staying away from Donovan Morgan.
And I'll tell you what, Michael Shane, he's a master of these matches. He's almost like an ROH veteran compared to the other guys. He's had the most ROH experience so far, and wow, what a devastating maneuver there by Donovan Morgan. Michael Shane definitely knows what he's doing in the ring.
Without a doubt, that's why he won that feud against Spanky.
That's right. And now look, Collier fighting. He needs a tag. He's got a busted up leg right there, and Donovan follows through, but no, not enough, but he holds on.
A leg lock right there by Donovan Morgan, working on the leg some more. How much can Chad Collier take? Chad Collier might have to tap soon, as he's had 4 men unrelentlessly working on that leg.
And for his sake, he got to the rope, had a break, but he desperately needs a tag, Chris.
Oh, and that knee just driven right down into the canvas.
And what's he going for? I'll tell you what, legs are not supposed to bend like that.
A modified spinning toe hold there by Morgan. This is probably stuff that he picked up in Japan. Collier in a lot of pain. He needs that tag.
You know, I'll tell you what, Donovan Morgan's showing me a lot here, Chris. Maybe I'd like to see him in some more singles matches, maybe. What's going on here? He's got him hooked.
Oh, hold on. This looks like a variation of the striker lock, but Collier right in the ropes. Immediately in the ropes, and this hold has to be broken. Collier, though, desperate for that tag. He's got to get out of there, as that leg has just been stretched, pounded on. How much more can it take? That's what you have to be asking yourself. And right there, a push in, and look at Shane tagging himself in, seeing an opportunity. Oh, Collier got close to the tag, but not quite enough.
And Michael Shane following up big kicks to the back of the leg, the quadricep of Chad Collier. Chad Collier's down.
Michael Shane so old school in his wrestling style, as there you see him twisting the knee, twisting the ankle, twisting the leg of Chad Collier with his foot on the other foot of Chad Collier for extra leverage.
Oh man, look at that.
And look at that knee. That is an unnatural angle for your knee to be bent at. Look at that foot sticking up in the air like that. That's just painful to see. Collier's got to get out of this.
He's got to get out of this, or maybe he might have to tap, because he's got a lot of damage being done to his leg. Hopefully no permanent damage, but he's got to start thinking about it, as the fans they're kind of getting behind Chad Collier here. Wow.
The Pittsburgh area fans definitely wanting to see the tag, and look at now Shane turning it over into a variation of the SEF. That knee is just getting ripped apart, the ligaments being stretched, the muscles being bruised. How much more can Chad Collier stand, as he's got to reach those ropes? Ref Hansen right on top of it, seeing if Collier wants to give. And if I was on the canvas right now, I'd think about coming in and making the save, because Michael Shane could be second away from victory, but there's Collier in the ropes.
Luckily for Collier, again into the ropes, but he's been taking punishment here for, I bet you, the last 7-8 minutes here. And again, driving the knee into the canvas, the unforgiving canvas here in ROH. And what's Shane following up with? A big knee, but he missed. No water in the pool. This is Collier's opportunity to get a tag.
Collier needs the tag. Michael Shane holding on, though. Oh, he's not letting it happen. Enziguri. Down goes Shane. And the tag into Morgan. The Prophecy versus the group right here in Pittsburgh. Morgan, one clothesline on Shane. Another. You know he's been waiting the whole match to get his hands on Michael Shane. And now there he is pounding the face of Michael Shane. Michael Shane firing the first physical blow in the war between the group and the Prophecy at Night of Champions. And now he's paying the price, as Donovan Morgan with a hip toss. He is throwing Michael Shane all over the ring, pounding him in all corners, scoops him up, body slam, cover.
No, not enough here, but Donovan Morgan is on fire here on the groups. Michael Shane, he's got him hooked in a vertical suplex, but no, Shane reverses it, whipping the ropes. He got him caught. Big kick by Michael Shane.
And you know Steve Corino is watching this one in Japan right now. And the group, they kind of at a disadvantage. They've been down. I mean, they lost that Icon Bunkhouse Ride with Homicide and Dusty Rhodes in the last show. So the group needs to rebound with a strong victory right here. And BJ Whitmer reaching in to try to tag in Shane. Shane in trouble. He does need the tag. And we have Whitmer against Morgan right now.
And this is a great opportunity for the fresh BJ Whitmer as he has Donovan Morgan hooked. A victory here by BJ Whitmer would elevate him up in the rankings.
Whitmer, he won that 1-4-way in Philadelphia. Let's see if he can get another victory right here. Morgan, though, rolls through. He's got him hooked for the sayonara. Sayonara. Good. It's finished.
Goodbye. That's it. But no, Shane in the ring. Donovan reverses it, but his opportunity to get revenge on his rival here, Collier. These two men. Collier's still, I think, in a lot of pain. His leg is taking a lot of punishment, but a scoop and a slam.
You notice Collier going for kind of big desperation, high-impact moves here because he knows that leg is hurting him. As you see a flying body press, now he tries for a suplex. No. Striker rolls through, but a go behind by Collier. Striker, did you see how he got the leg? Great technical wrestling right there by Striker. But he was going for the striker lock, and Collier shoved him off. It's going to be all over if he gets a striker lock. Dragon screw.
Dragon screw. Collier fighting for his life here. Is this the Texas Cloverleaf?
Yes, he's got the Cloverleaf. Striker's already tapped it twice to this. The two singles matches. This has gotten Collier victory. Will it get him a victory in this 5-way? Striker desperately going for the... Oh! Pulled back into the middle of the ring.
This could be it, but no! Big super kick by Michael Shane. And now Donovan in the ring.
Golden Gate swing.
Wow, this could be it. Wait a second. What's Roddy Stevens doing up top?
And is Morgan gonna hit her?
Yeah, he should hit her.
Oh, no, only that to Whitmer.
Whitmer, forearms are up. Canvas, a wow.
Exploder 98. Whitmer has won his only Ring of Honor victory with that move. And I think Morgan's gonna be out of this one after taking that Exploder 98. As there you see Whitmer.
What a 5-way this is, but what impact. And what do we have here? Leg lariat, German suplex. And Whitmer could be out.
I think Whitmer's gonna be out after that, definitely. How much punishment can one man take? And that leaves Striker and Collier. Collier limping, favoring that leg, but takes Striker down the drop to hold. Ducks that.
Beautiful! No!
Whitmer rolls, or Striker rolls through. He's going for that Striker lock.
This could be it!
He's got it. Yes, he's got the Striker lock cinched on those injured legs of Collier. Collier reaching for the ropes. Look at the pain on his face. He's agony racing through his body. And
Collier taps! Collier taps! Striker got his win back, but it was a 5-way, Chris.
Matt Striker scoring his first win in Ring of Honor, and you see the crowd on their feet showing their appreciation for this pure wrestling. Matt Striker getting a win back on Chad Collier, but as you said, it was a 5-way, and I think we're going to need a singles match between Matt Striker and Chad Collier in the future.
You're right, but what an impressive victory here by Matt Striker.
Congratulations on your first ROH win, Matt Striker.
Introducing to you first, weighing in at 210 pounds, coming from Sin City, he is part of the prophecy. Here's the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Chris Lovey, we're back here, and this is the final match of Round Robin Challenge 2, the 2003 edition. And you know what we're going to have here? We're going to have a clear-cut winner in this one because Christopher Daniels and Paul London have both been victorious over the Amazing Red. Both men are 1-0, and we have a lot on the line here, but we will have a clear-cut winner tonight.
Yep, and you saw those ROH kids. They're definitely in the corner of Paul London in this one. London hugging him on the way in. That's pretty cool seeing that.
You gotta love it.
You know, it's just pretty cool. You see that Japanese woman standing in the back of the building there clapping? London.
Yeah, what about her?
She flew all the way from Tokyo, Japan, just to this show so she could see Paul London.
I'll tell you what, she's getting her money's worth because you've seen Paul London twice tonight. But I'll tell you what, that's hardcore, just like those fans in Philly that we see under the ROH banner making a trip. Things are coming together here in ROH, and what a first-time dream match we have here between Christopher Daniels and Paul London.
Well, Paul London, he might have his mind on that stalker in the back of the building right there, but he's playing mind games with Christopher Daniels as he saw Daniels leave the ring earlier. Now London frustrating Daniels using the same tactic, and I can't wait to see who wins this one because we are finally going to have a winner of a round-robin challenge.
And why is he still mocking AJ Styles? This has nothing to do with this match at all, Chris.
Paul London definitely seen a little different side of him here as we got some real mind games going on in the early goings of this one. I think he might have been doing the prophecy symbol, the Daniels symbol there, and now London and Daniels face to face.
What are they talking about here? Quite can't catch what they're saying here, but they must be jawing about something here, going nose to nose.
We got intimidation factors going on right here, mind games going on right here. Oh, a slap.
Oh, and another slap there by London as Daniels just got slapped right in the jaw. And once again, he goes to the floor, powders to the outside. And the mind games are being played here, Chris.
Christopher Daniels definitely feeling the sting of that slap, and he's taking another breather, going to the outside, taking his time with this one. With so much on the line, you have to make sure every single move is well thought out, because the winner of this one is going to skyrocket right up to those top 5 rankings. I mean, Paul London, he's number 5 right now, and Chris Daniels, he's had that terrible losing streak, this terrible year it's been for him, which I'm glad to see, because that's what you get when you lead the prophecy. But Christopher Daniels, a win right here, that'll definitely put him into the top 5 rankings, get him in line for a number 1 contenders trophy shot, and of course he wants that ROH title. He stated, hey, Samoa Joe, there's going to be no mind games, there's going to be no sneak attacks, there's going to be no elaborate plans like when Xavier defeated Loki. Instead, I'm coming straight for the title. That's what Christopher Daniels is saying, but in order to get that title, you got to get a title shot. In order to get that title shot, you're going to put together some big wins, and there's probably no win bigger than winning this round robin challenge right here tonight.
You're definitely right. A marquee event of 2003 is the round robin challenge here, and whoever of these two men are victorious, you're right, are going to skyrocket to the top of the rankings, and I really think Daniels needs this win.
Yep, London, he has great momentum going. Of course, he's come so close to that title before when Xavier held it. He had that great match against Bryan Danielson just 2 weeks ago, and beautiful by Christopher Daniels, cartwheel over, leverage on the arm, and he is just twisting the arm of Paul London right now.
And look at the physical shape of Christopher Daniels. He's definitely, wow, he's in tremendous shape. Look at the muscles on him, but London, reversal, firing back, and now he's working on the arm.
Both men going hold for hold with each other, going psychological move with each other. As you see Daniels trying to reach London to get out of the hold, but London staying right out of arm's length from him, and Daniels still trapped in the hold trying to get on the ropes to get out, but London keeps pulling him off.
Great maneuvering. He's got to get him in the center of the ring for this hold to be effective. You can't have Daniels in the rope. But London breaking him down, and now goes for the pin. Beautifully done, but not enough. And Daniels once again on the floor. Chris, he looks frustrated.
He is definitely frustrated. Now you see London mocking him, making this his symbol.
New attitude here by Paul London.
I think that whole tag team title situation definitely getting to Paul London.
You're exactly right. And look at Daniels on the outside. Here, he's got the mic, Chris.
I don't know what you think this is, but this is a damn joke, Paul London. If you don't show me some respect, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Strong words there by the fallen angel.
Christopher Daniels saying a whole lot of nothing right there. I think he's just stalling for time, trying to frustrate Paul London. And I like the booty by Allison Danger right there. That's a good outfit.
Very good outfit there.
Daniels coming into the ring. London now, once again, psychological games. He's going to the outside.
I do take this seriously. If you took it seriously, if you had some respect, maybe you would shake hands.
That's right, Paul London referring to the breaking of the code of honor time and time again by Christopher Daniels. Back and forth here.
You see that eye, though, still bruised from the earlier match with Amazing Red. So Paul London definitely has a weak point right there.
You're right. I respect it.
Well, looks like Paul London finally got through to Daniels after all this time.
Yeah,
if London goes for this,
Come on, London.
as smart as I thought.
London, don't fall for this. Come on.
No. Yep, there it is, a kick. And there's Chris Daniels now unloading with those forearms. Tactics of the prophecy, tactics of Chris Daniels. This is to be expected. But real quick, well, we got a moment right now for a selection of over 5,000 teams from every promotion you can think of, including Festos for Chris Daniels, Paul London, every big name you want. Check rfvideo.com or call 215-891-9404.
You're exactly right. It's Paul London, and Daniels is trying to go over the top, but he's met by a big kick by London.
Daniels trying to skin the cat. London throwing him back down, and then a kick to the back right there. Now let's see London going airborne. Nice pescado right there on Daniels. Both men down on the floor. Hey, what's that number again for all those videos?
215-891-9404. That is RF Video or rfvideo.com.
And for the latest on Ring of Honor, check ROH Wrestling.com. As London now coming in.
Did you see the new
Oklahoma roll?
Not enough, but did you see the new message boards on ROHWrestling.com? The guys there are doing a great job at it. Definitely a great website to check out. A lot of fun, a lot of information. I check it out every night.
Weekly clips, top 5 rankings, locker room scoops, drops off by Paul London. That's on the website, but all those other things are covered. And now we see both men beginning to unload some bigger moves right here. The psychological games are over. The psych out jobs are done, and Daniels with a knee to the ribs cuts off London.
That's right. Daniels so effective when he works on the midsection. We've seen it happen in Night of the Champions, and there he goes with a big kick to the back, and Daniels looks pissed off.
He was going to the back of the ribs there. Of course, Chris Daniels and Doug Williams, you saw on Night of the Champions, you mentioned it, and to me that's a sleeper match of the year candidate right there. And Daniels very effective working on the ribs, and it looks like he's employing that strange strategy right here against Paul London.
I tell you what, Christopher Nails, a master technician, another man who would be a great addition to the pure wrestling division if he wanted to be in it. But he's just involved in so much here. And now he's just working on Paul London. Paul London, he could be in a lot of trouble if he doesn't change the momentum.
Paul, both these men want the ROH title. Chris Daniels said he's coming straight forward. Paul London, of course, always wants that other title shot. And basically these men are fighting right now to get in position for that title shot. There's so much on the line here with the top 5 rankings. And Daniels knows it. Daniels knows he has to end that losing streak that he's been having in ROH, that the prophecy has been having, and he's putting it all on the line. And look at that, kicking off London, then taking that momentum and going for a shoulder block right into the ribs of London. So that has even more impact right there.
You're right there. And the fans actually cheering Daniels a little bit. They're appreciative of all his efforts, of all his ability. If just Christopher Daniels could follow the code, he doesn't need all that unnecessary BS, as I'd like to call it. And now he's working. He's got an abdominal stretch on Paul London right here.
Daniels is one of the best going today. You can't deny that. As look at this, he worked on the ribs before, and now he's just stretching that rib cage, those muscles in that rib cage with this abdominal stretch right there. And then he was pounding on the ribs as well to add even more pain to this move. And London has to get out of this hold. London trying to grind that elbow into the leg of Daniels to get out. Not quite working. As there you see London trying to get strength from the crowd there, trying to get some adrenaline going. He needs it or else he's in a lot of trouble, and there's an elbow right to the knee.
And I'll tell you what, this is sound strategy by the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, because when you work on those ribs, when you work on that midsection, it takes the air, the breath right out of you, makes it hard for you to breathe. And Paul London is already at a disadvantage because this is his second match of the night. So his stamina has already been tested. He's already winded, and Daniels is making it that much more difficult for him to breathe in the middle of that ring.
And now London finally separating the hands of Daniels and getting out of the hold. Did you notice before when London was almost out of the hold, Daniels went right back to pounding on those ribs, and that stopped London cold. So London's ribs are definitely hurting at this point in the match, but he manages to avoid Daniels there and hits him with a kick to the face. London has to start mounting some offense now.
You're right, a nice follow-up there, but you can definitely tell he's favoring those ribs there as his left arm is rendered useless almost as he's grasping those ribs.
And did you see that drop kick right to the ribs? Daniels can get up higher on the drop kick, but he chose not to, so he can pinpoint it right on the ribs right there.
Kind of a cocky cover at first, but then Daniels follows up with a hook of the leg, and he really grinds it in there on the third one.
Daniels a little frustrated, thinking maybe that drop kick to the ribs was enough after all the punishment they've taken.
All right, enough from you. Jeez, and now Daniels, he's got to follow up. Sound strategy so far, but he needs to work it more on Paul London, and London almost fighting for his life there. Look at his left arm, almost useless, as I said earlier.
I think he's covering up those ribs. He's doing whatever he can to protect those ribs like a wounded animal. And there's a roll-up by London. No, not enough. And Daniels cuts him off with that lariat.
Wow, what a lariat by him. Daniels just rocked Paul London. London is in some serious trouble here.
Chris Daniels making sure there's only a 2 count before, and he's going back to stretching those ribs, a modified abdominal stretch on the canvas right there. Once again, the muscles in the rib cage being torn, being stretched in agony right now. Paul London has to get out of his hold as he cannot protect himself whatsoever.
It would be in the best interest for Paul London to reverse out of this quickly or get to the ropes, because if he remains in this move any longer, it could be over for him.
But Gary Moria right on top of it, seeing if London wants to tap. London has so much heart though. Never say die, Paul London. It's going to take a lot more than this to make him quit, but he is obviously in a lot of pain, a lot of agony. He's taking a lot of punishment, but he is trying to fight out. He got that leg out. He's getting up to his feet, fighting back with punches to the face of Daniels. A forearm, another one. Daniels is staggered into the ropes. Whips Daniels in. No, Daniels right to the back. He's got him hooked. Angel's wings. He's pinned many men with this. Angel's wings. Oh, not enough.
Christopher Daniels can't believe this, and neither can I almost. I can't believe Paul London kicked out of that. And now
Allison Danger can't believe it either.
And Christopher Daniels unnecessarily jawing with the referee. He should be on top of London because London is in such a precarious position right now. Go for the pin, Christopher Daniels.
Oh, London fighting back. He's using that heart. He's using that fighting spirit. That's what's got him so close to the RH title before. That's what made him win that 3-way in Queens with Loki and AJ Styles. That's what made him win that match against Bryan Danielson. But Daniels right back to the ribs. No one has ever centered an attack the way Chris Daniels has on the ribs of Paul London. But London now into the ropes. Springboards off with the forearm. Desperation move by Paul London, and it worked.
You're right, a desperation move there by Paul London. But how much is he taking here? Could he follow it up? This is a great position for him to capitalize, but I don't think he has any energy left, Chris.
He's still guarding those ribs with that arm like a wounded animal. He knows they can't take any more punishment or he's going to be done in this one, and he's going to lose a round-robin challenge. He's unleashing those punches now on Daniels. Now London takes Daniels, whips him into a reversal by Daniels. Up and over goes London. Daniels now in. Oh, he gets hit with a clothesline. And there's a spin kick right there. Daniels is in trouble for the first time. London though still protecting those ribs. And London now stepping in Zaguri. Daniels might be out on his feet. And London cannot follow it up because he's clutching at the ribs. No, London unable to make a cover by hooking the leg because he had to have that one arm clutching the ribs because they're in so much pain right now. Definitely a weak point on the body of Paul London. Chris Daniels so effective in the strategy and attack.
What heart we're seeing here by Paul London. What integrity. What stamina we're seeing. I can't believe he's fighting back. And what's he going for?
Moonsault. Oh, ribs right on the canvas. That's going to hurt the ribs. London going for another desperation high-impact move, and this time it did not work. As Daniels now, he's got London in a bad position. He can follow it up with something big right here. Whips him right in rib first into the turnbuckle.
That could be the decisive blow that Christopher Daniels is looking for. As wow, what a vicious palm strike to the head of Paul London. And he might be out on the top rope. And what's Daniels go for here?
Has him hooked. Oh, down. London landing on the back of the neck.
Wow, did you see the way he landed there?
And how is London kicking out? How is London surviving, Ray? This man must have more guts, more determination than we even realize. Uh-oh, Daniels is signaling for that moonsault. This match is over if he hits that moonsault on these ribs. He goes for it. Oh, London moves. No water in the pool. London just saved the match for himself right there. London now going for a sunset flip. No, Daniels gets out of it. Oh, elbow right to the ribs.
Ooh. What a devastating maneuver there. What a blow by Christopher Daniels. La Magistrat. Not enough, but London reverses it. No, back and forth.
I thought that might have been it. A quick win by Paul London was possible right there. That's how Homicide beat Daniels. Oh, once again, Daniels back to the ribs. Daniels now takes London. Oh, that might have been it.
And what's London following up with here?
He's got a pinning combination. Oh, Gary Moore with just a 2 again.
Not enough. And Paul London, nice forearm there. And wow, what energy we're seeing by both guys. What fighting spirit.
Ray, he's signaled for the shooting star press. If he hits this, he'll pin Daniels, but if he misses it,
it could be a devastating maneuver. He can't take a miss. I'll tell you what, London fighting for his life, and Daniels is down.
He pushes Daniels off, but Daniels back to his feet. Again, clubs at the face of London. Daniels knows if he gets hit with that shooting star press, it's over. But London fighting back once again. London using all his heart, all his determination, headbutts Daniels off the top. And Daniels, gets up to his feet one more time.
This is shades of Dragon versus London, and we know what happened that time. But no, London, he's holding on. If he takes that superplex, it could be over. And he dumps Christopher Daniels down. This could be his opportunity, Chris.
London using every ounce of strength and energy as he's up, shooting star press. It's all over. Oh no, London can't make the cover. He landed on the ribs. He landed with the impact on the ribs. If he makes the cover, it's over. But he has in too much pain.
What pain? The pain must be shooting through his body. Go for the cover.
Cover.
Oh, wait a second. That would have been it, Chris. What's she doing on the apron?
No outside interference. No, nothing with the ref. The Prophecy, they don't give a damn about the code of honor. It ruins matches like this. This is exactly why we have the code of honor, so matches don't get ruined by having a valet up on the apron. And what's London doing? Oh, Danger tries to slap him, and London plants one, and Danger seemed to enjoy it. Did you see the back of her hand on his head?
Possibly. And Daniels over, but she didn't enjoy that as she just got wiped out by Christopher Daniels. This is Paul London's match. Go for the victory, Paul.
I think Allison Danger is going to be a non-factor after that. Things are falling apart for the Prophecy right here. Daniels still hurting from that shooting star. High wrist tope by London, and it connects.
And Christopher Daniels is down and out, but so is London.
London needs to get him back in the ring. You can't win it on the floor. Of course, there's no countouts here in ROH. The referee can disqualify you if you're on the floor for too long. We haven't seen that happen yet. And now London, though, he's going to shoot Daniels in. He could be maybe, I don't know what he could go for. Maybe a submission, maybe one of his DDTs or something like that, because a shooting star obviously causes more pain to him with those injured ribs. And there's that DDT. He nailed it where he hooks the leg. Cover! Not enough.
Wow, not enough. Christopher Daniels just barely kicking out there. And I think Paul London, is he going for another shooting star press?
He's got Daniels in position. Allison Danger so far definitely figuring in this match a big way.
This could be his spot if he can hit it, Chris.
He's climbing up. He's once again using every ounce of strength, but look at him still protecting the ribs with that arm. But now he sets himself on the top. He's got a shooting star. Oh! Dangerous! Daniels gets the knees up right into the ribs of London.
That could be it. Paul London, the pain is definitely shooting through his body. Oh my God, this could be it. He could have some severe damage internally done to him on a maneuver quite like that. And wow, he just dropped him.
Flatliner by Daniels, but those knees to the ribs are just too much. London is down. Daniels going for that moonsault. Moonsault right on the ribs. Cover.
And that's it.
Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel, is the winner of the round robin shoe. This is going to shoot him right up in the top 5 rankings. The losing streak of the Prophecy is over. Christopher Daniels, your round robin 2 winner and the first ever winner of a round robin challenge.
And here we go, Chris. All the marbles on the line here. This is for the ROH title. Samoa Joe defending against the #1 contender, Doug Williams.
What a match we have here. Two of the bigger men in ROH, two of the harder hitting men. Doug Williams, the torture device, a man of 1,000,001 holds and counterholds. Samoa Joe, brutality defined, your ROH champion, an honorable champion, and this is his first official ROH title defense. Of course, he said he'd give the winner of that four-way the belt on April the 12th, but that was an official match. And right now, this is Joe's first official Ring of Honor title defense, a fighting champion, an honorable champion, and I can't wait.
And Joe and Doug Williams squaring off right here. Joe with a big kick to the quad of Doug Williams and another. But Williams grabs it, counters it, but no, Joe grabs his ankle there. Wow, nice maneuver. Doug Williams thankfully gets to the ropes.
And this is going to be technical wrestling at its best. This is the first time Samoa Joe and Doug Williams have ever fought each other. So that's going to be an interesting thing for both men as they're very unfamiliar with each other. Of course, Doug Williams, he has to watch out for that choke. The choke that won Joe the title when he choked out Xavier. And of course, Joe caused Xavier concussion in that match, and we haven't seen Xavier since he's been out with that injury. Samoa Joe, he has to watch out for the Chaos Theory. Doug Williams, that devastating finish. Beautiful use of leverage right there with the knee by Doug Williams. But Doug Williams sets people up for the Chaos Theory. He hits that and it's over. That's what he pinned Chris Daniels with at Night of Champions to win not only the FWA title, but also the #1 Contenders Trophy to get this match.
You're exactly right here. And look at the shape Doug Williams has gotten himself into. Trimmed down, added some muscle. He's looking great here for this title match here in Pittsburgh. And wow, nice maneuver as he bridges over, but look at the leverage at Samoa Joe's arm. And Joe, he has to fight out of that. And look, he's favoring that arm. And Joe's down, wow.
Looks like Doug Williams has a strategy early going to go for that arm of Samoa Joe. And don't forget, the winner of this one, he's going to have to face Homicide in the next Ring of Honor show, May 31st in Philadelphia. It's going to be called Do or Die. And Homicide, after the display tonight, I don't think he's going to be beat.
That's right, Homicide definitely on a roll. Homicide definitely on a quest for the ROH title. Who's going to stop Homicide? It's going to be one of these two guys, whoever's victorious right here. And what a counter by Doug Williams.
Doug Williams, so many holds and counterholds. He just used his one leg for leverage on his other leg to get Joe into that position. Unbelievable by Doug Williams. He is so good.
And a takedown by Doug, but no, Joe smothers him. Wow, Williams desperately fighting out of that.
And right now, Samoa Joe, he has to forget about Chris Daniels and the Prophecy. He has to forget about the war with Homicide. He has to be focused on Doug Williams. And I wouldn't mind seeing Doug Williams as ROH champion. This man would be a very honorable champion, a champion we can all respect.
What a great champion he would be, and what a great matchup this is. But you're right, Chris. Samoa Joe can't be worrying about all the outside interferences in his mind. He can't worry about Christopher Daniels and the Prophecy.
Chaos Theory! Oh, he was going for the Chaos Theory early. But Joe managed to hold on, and Joe stopped him with a Ninja Guri right there.
You're exactly right. Doug Williams is so dangerous. He has to look straight ahead here at Doug Williams, because if he thinks about anything else, it could be over that quick, as we almost saw Doug Williams eliminate the title from Samoa Joe there with the Chaos Theory, but it did not happen. And now Joe firing up with some hard-hitting chops to Doug Williams.
Doug Williams, no stranger to Ring of Honor title matches. He was in the match, that 1-hour legendary match of crowning a champion to determine the first ROH champion. He came out of nowhere to go in that, so he can easily win the title right here, as we see both men unloading some good offense in the early going.
That's right here. I mean, we know Doug Williams' title is made in Britain, but Doug Williams is also made here in ROH, as he has risen to superstardom here in America through his great wins and his awesome competitive matches here in ROH.
He became a star in one night at Road to the Title by defeating Jay Briscoe and Bryan Danielson in 2 awesome matches, and Joe just unloading with that kick.
Oh my God, that was devastating right there.
And the producer's in my earpiece. He said the Prophecy's having a celebration in the locker room right now, and we have a camera in there. I think we're going to go to that after the show.
That's right. Well, they have a lot to celebrate here. Christopher Daniels winning the round robin challenge here tonight. And it looks like things are turning around for the Prophecy a little bit. And it looks like Doug Williams is in a lot of trouble here. It's face wash time.
Oh, face wash, brutality defined by Joe. He's in the ropes. Oh, the big one. Doug Williams might be knocked out early in this one.
That'll break a nose. That'll give you some lacerations possibly to the face. Wow, what a devastating, brutal move there. You're right. Brutality defined by Samoa Joe, your ROH champion.
Of course, Samoa Joe in perhaps the hardest hitting, most brutal match ever seen in a professional wrestling ring against Loki at Glory by Honor. That's a must-see, as right now you see Joe hooking Williams up. Joe can dish and take it with the best of them, and he drops him in a brainbuster.
Wow, nice strength there by Samoa Joe to hold Doug Williams up in the air, and think about it, right before he dropped him on his head with that brainbuster. And Doug Williams, wow, he's in a lot of trouble here.
Ref Paul Turner right on top of the action.
Wow, big chop again, but a nice European uppercut from Doug Williams. But Joe, back and forth, slaps Doug Williams. Doug Williams is in a lot of trouble here, Chris.
Doug Williams definitely in trouble in the early going of this one, but don't forget, you can never count this man out. He can hit the Chaos Theory, and then that's all over. And there he goes once again, using his legs for leverage right there. And now with those knee lifts right to the face of Samoa Joe, and those got to sting. Oh, and there's a third big one.
Wow, nice knee lift there by Doug Williams as the fans getting their first look at Doug Williams here in Pittsburgh. Nice judo throw over, and he's got his arm hook and the arm hook on Joe.
Joe fighting it with everything that he's got. He knows he's going to be in a world of pain, as once again Doug Williams focusing on the arm of Samoa Joe.
That's right.
And look at Joe, look at that arm. He's trying to get feeling in that hand.
Yeah, he might have lost feeling in that from that submission stretch there by Doug Williams, and Doug Williams smartly kicking that arm, working on it. He's picked his spot right here, and that spot is the left arm of Samoa Joe.
And you got to figure if that arm goes numb, that's definitely going to affect that chokehold that Samoa Joe uses, and that choke is putting everybody down. Colt Cabana, oh, look at that leverage. Look at that. Ow, that's just painful to watch. And Joe running into the ropes as quickly as he can to get out of that hold, or that might have been a tap right there.
Wow, that could pop your elbow out of your joint right there. And Samoa Joe quickly in the ropes. And I don't think I've seen anybody take it to Samoa Joe quite like this.
Well, I'm not surprised at all. Doug Williams is that good. Doug Williams with another judo takeover right on the arm. As I say, the choke puts them all down from the big men like Hot Stuff Fernandez. Even he added in Colt Cabana, and Tom Carter gave him a frog splash, and he still held on to that choke. And Cabana was forced to tap at Epic Encounter. So that choke definitely puts him down. And Doug Williams, a very smart strategy here, trying to neutralize that arm, trying to make it go numb, trying to take the strength out of it, so Joe cannot use that choke. Of course, Joe also uses that island driver too. You have to watch out for that. He pinned Brian Danielson in that super hard-hitting match last time in Pittsburgh.
Right there. Samoa Joe could beat you in many ways here, and he could just beat you to death almost with those forearms, as we saw right there. But no, Doug Williams has him hooked. But no, Joe fights out of it.
But Williams back to the arm. He's turned this into a submission. Doug Williams, he knows a million holds, and he turned that into a submission once again. And Joe forced to get to the ropes. And Joe's arm just has to be in agony and pain, as Doug Williams is unrelentless with those submission type maneuvers as he's going right back to the arm.
What a great chess match we're seeing right here. Both these guys back and forth. Who's going to come out victorious in a match like this? I don't know.
Oh, a variation of the STO drives Doug Williams into the ring.
That could be the maneuver that Samoa Joe is looking for. That could change the momentum right here.
Joe definitely favoring that arm, as you see, but right now the wind is knocked out of Doug Williams. Can he get his oxygen back in his body? Can he get the blood flowing again? We'll see. Right now Joe's got him up for a dragon suplex, perhaps. No, German suplex with a bridge.
But no, not enough. Samoa Joe still favoring that left hand there. I don't think he had enough strength to hold on to that German as he had him in a bridge. It was almost too much pain there for Samoa Joe, but he's got to capitalize on this. Is he going to go for that power bomb, Chris?
He has him up. Yes, that's going to knock the air out.
And you know what's next? And here we go.
Turning it over.
SDF. He's got him hooked in the middle of the ring. This could be it.
He's got him cinched. Doug Williams nowhere near the ropes. Doug Williams having his that's crossface on the face and stretching the knee.
Doug Williams has got to get to the ropes here. His dream to be ROH champion could turn into a nightmare right here as he's going through a lot of pain here.
And Joe, did you see him take that arm and put it in between between his legs to add even more pressure to this hold. Joe knows so many ways to stretch your body. This is just one big, mean guy.
And the fans are getting behind Doug Williams here as they want to see him continue in this great match here.
Joe seeing he wasn't going to get the tap, releases a hold. He probably has a plan right here. He's going to follow up with a high impact move. No, Williams ducks the clothesline. Williams right back to the arm. Cross arm breaker. Joe close to the ropes. He's got to reach him. That arm's got to be going numb on him, and Joe hits the ropes.
You're right. That arm has gone through a lot so far, and it's definitely to Samoa Joe's advantage to get out of that move as quick as possible before some severe damage is caused.
And do you see Joe keep moving his fingers, trying to get the feeling back in him? And look at those forearms right to the face of Samoa Joe by Doug Williams. Doug Williams has to be thinking of maybe going for the Chaos Theory soon, as he does have the champion hurting. Joe favoring that arm again, and there's a knee. That knee was to the arm. And there's another knee to the arm.
And another knee, you're right there. And what's Doug Williams? He's going to the outside. Is he going to scale to the top rope? What's he going for?
We've seen him use his 3-knee combo before. There's the third big one right to the arm of Samoa Joe. Williams with the cover.
Doug Williams improvising instead of a knee to the head.
Hold on, he got another arm submission.
That's right, he delivered that knee to the arm. A wise move there by Doug Williams, trying to capitalize on the opportunity of Samoa Joe's wounded left arm.
Joe, though, too close to the ropes for Doug Williams to have any effect, and there's a stepping enziguri by the big man Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe fighting back. And he's got Doug Williams up. Oh, wow, what a lariat right there.
Kick out by Doug Williams. Samoa Joe definitely favoring the bigger high-impact moves to try to take the wind out of Doug Williams to get that 3 count, whereas Doug Williams looking to weaken that arm of Samoa Joe, maybe so that the choke is ineffective, and that could lead to the Chaos Theory, and that could be his plan for victory in this one.
And Joe, he's got like a
chin lock, but look at Doug Williams' hands.
He's fighting it, but look at that. Wow.
Doug Williams had his hands in perfect position. Once again, he's got those hands. He's trying to separate his hands so that Joe would be forced to break the hold, and he did right there. That worked.
Wow, a roaring forearm. He just leveled Doug Williams in the back of the neck.
What impact, but hold on, Doug Williams has him.
This could be it.
Chaos Theory. No, Joe grabs the leg. Look at Joe grabbing the leg and stopping the hold. Beautifully done by Joe. But Joe now. Oh! This is what gave Xavier a concussion. Oh! What knocked Xavier out of ROH. And there's the choke. There's the choke. He's got it cinched. Doug Williams fighting it. Oh, Doug Williams is tapped. That's it. I can't believe it. Doug Williams just tapped. I never thought I'd see the day that Doug Williams tapped. That who can stop the choke? That choke has to be the most devastating move in Ring of Honor. The choke gives Samoa Joe another victory. Samoa Joe, your Ring of Honor champion, successful in his first title defense. And what a party Joe's going to have tonight. He is 1-0 as ROH champion.
Wow, what a great victory there by Samoa Joe. And what a devastating finisher there in that choke. Who's going to stop Samoa Joe? Your ROH champion.
And this has to be one of the proudest moments in Joe's life.
Wait a second, that's Danny Moff. Donovan Morgan in the ring. The Prophecy has hit the ring on the group Samoa Joe.
The Prophecy attacking the group right now as Danny Moff, the Prophecy's assassin. He said that he told Daniels he'd do a hit if he wanted him to. Donovan Morgan, the enforcer of the
And
Prophecy.
they're working over Joe here in the corner. Joe needs some help here, and here's Michael Shane to break it up. And here's Shane and Donovan Morgan, fist and fire, going back and forth.
It's breaking down in Pittsburgh. Michael Shane unloading on Donovan Morgan. We have a group Prophecy war going on in the ring. Donovan Morgan has a hook for sayonara. No, up and over goes Shane. Shane now hitting the ropes. Flying forearm. Shane now setting up Morgan for the super kick. This could be, the group could get the advantage if Shane hits this. And there's Daniels.
Christopher Daniels has hit the ring. It's 3-on-2 on the group, and the Prophecy is working them over. And what do we have here? Is this Revelations, Chris?
Revelations. Michael Shane hit Daniels with that super kick. Oh! Daniels just got revenge for the super kick with Revelations. And Samoa Joe, the ROH champion, is a bad situation. It's 3-on-1. There's Daniels with a boot. Daniels has Joe hooked. Daniels has Joe. Last rites.
Oh, that's it.
The Prophecy has just ruined Samoa Joe's celebration after his first title victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the Prophecy's Retribution.
Well, we're not going to call this one revenge on the Prophecy, as the Prophecy is standing clear in the middle of the ring. The Prophecy right now is a dominant faction in ROH.
Man, Chris Lovey, what's going to happen next time all these people meet again in the ring? What action we're seeing here in ROH as this feud between the group and the Prophecy is starting to boil over.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Ray Moore, I'm Chris Lovey. Thank you for purchasing this ROH VHS or DVD release. And I can't even think of what's to come.
That's all right. Let's go. That was Retribution, courtesy of the Prophecy. Steve Carino, I hope you're fucking watching. Be ready.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
It's going to be a special night for us. It's going to be a special night.
That's right.
You know why it's going to be special?
That's right.
We get to test our skills, our brawling skills,
Yeah.
against those prodigies, the Briscoes.
No, bro. That ain't it. That ain't why it's special, though.
That's not why it's special?
No, that's cool, but that ain't it.
Oh, I know why. Take on two of the best from the West. Colt Cabana, CM Punk.
Nah, dude.
What do you mean, no?
No, man. Think about it.
Oh, we get to get revenge against Special K. Those raver punks.
Right.
And don't forget what Whipwreck did to us either, bro. I'll get that bastard.
We're gonna get him, but that ain't why it's special either, bro.
What the hell?
May 31st, a special night for the Carnage crew, because we get to step in the ring with the two prodigies, the teenage superstars, the Briscoes.
That's what the fans say.
That's right. Let's see what those kids think when they get in the ring with two pissed off sons of bitches that just don't care.
Because I don't care, and I know you don't care.
Well, what about CM Punk, right?
What about him?
Him, that little straight edge gimmick he's got going on.
This?
He probably looks at guys like you and me, a couple guys that tip a few back to take the edge off. He probably looks down on us, bro, right?
Now,
He's better than us.
Let me tell you this. He ain't better than us. He don't know what it's like to go out there, have a crappy job, have a crack-headed wife, or in your case, a big fat-ass bitch.
Come on, dude. We're trying to do this.
And he don't understand when you got kids nagging, and they don't leave you alone.
So what's wrong when you got a life like that, of going out, tipping a few back, doing what you gotta do to take the edge off? Tell me what's wrong with that.
Or you know what? Just getting totally trashed like we did at that nudie bar after the last show in Philly, bro.
Yeah,
Good time.
That's right, brother.
Good time. That girl with the...
But a special night coming. CM Punk, you think you're better than the Carnage crew? You think you're better than us? Bring along CM Punk. Do or die. You're gonna see what it's like with two frustrated blue-collar sons of bitches. See how pissed off we can really get.
And on May 31st, when we step in the ring with those punk ravers, Special K!
Don't forget about the Briscoes.
The Briscoes, CM Punk, but Special K, the ones who laugh at us when we're at their mansions on top of the hill, fixing their plumbing, trying to earn $1.
Tell them, brother. Tell them.
The ones whose parents think we are low class and they don't want to be associated with us.
That's right, bro.
May 31st
What's
is going to
gonna
be a special night because we get to kick their asses.
No, dude, that's not why it's special either. Come on.
Oh!
Yeah.
I know why it's special.
Right, come on.
Because we get to get down to the house.
That's right, baby.
I love getting out of the house, bro. I don't know how you deal with that fat bitch either. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! That's exactly what I'm talking about! Well done, baby. That was exactly what I wanted to happen. Perfect! Allison, are you okay? How are you feeling?
So I'm alright.
It worked perfectly. We missed you out there, but it worked perfectly. Joe was laying in a pile of rubble, and Michael Shane got one just like that. It was perfect. You should have seen it. I wish you were there. How about it, Ring of Honor? What are you going to call tonight? The last time we were in Pittsburgh, you were so quick to call it Revenge of the Prophecy. Well, I guess tonight you'll have to call it the Prophecy's Retribution. Tonight, Pittsburgh saw Samoa Joe laid out after his first title defense. Michael Shane, you fired the first shot in this war? Well, tonight you felt revelations courtesy of Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan, the premier technical wrestler of the Prophecy. And tonight, the Prophecy's assassin, Danny Moff, he shed his former ways and became a full-fledged member of the Prophecy.
Welcome aboard, brother.
And most important, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels won the round robin challenge, which puts me right in line to be in the top 5 rankings and puts me one step closer to the goal of the Ring of Honor title, Samoa Joe. So Steve Carino, you and the group, be prepared because the hunt is on, and tonight was our retribution. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's go get our paychecks.
Exactly. You all right?
That sounds like a real good idea.
Maybe something that rhymes with paid. Hell yeah. Let's go.
So you want a war, Daniels? You want to go back to war with me? You fired the first shot. And this is cute. You think this is going to stop me, Daniels? You think for 1 minute I'm going to stop. Now you're being hunted. You're being hunted by me again. And don't think for 1 second I won't stop until I've broken much more than your nose. Broken much more than your neck. I'm going to break you in half. Daniels, I'm going to break you and all your little thugs that you brought along with you. And that's the gospel according to me, Samoa Joe.